All right. Okay.
Yeah, nah.
I assume there was no news.
No news, unfortunately.
You know what? Any
Typical.
any JP news?
I'll get JP news tomorrow.
Any JPs in chat, bro? That guy is gonna be upset with us, man. We're gonna be a day off.
We're still waiting on that data download, like the file download, right?
Yeah.
For Yamato.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, they're having the maintenance tomorrow, I think.
So they're gonna do the same thing.
Yep.
Lame-o.
Okay. Treasure Cruise drawing result.
Oh, yeah.
3 gems and 5 manuals. I'll take it.
I got 2 gems. Like, I think 40s in a row, I got 1 gem. So.
I think I've never not got 1 gem. I think I've always had minimum 2 gems from it.
Sheesh.
Must be nice.
Dude, my gem stack fat right now. I'm gonna kick it to you. My gem stack heavy.
I've only got about 250.
I got.
Yeah, it's gonna be heavy for 4 more days.
I'm currently sitting at a gem stack of 8 gems.
Oh, let's go.
I've been terribly unlucky with the Sugofest, man.
No, we'll get into that. That's fine. Let me see what my drawing is.
I mean, you good though. You got your main man.
Yeah, true. KFO past legend.
No, we're gonna have to talk about that. That's for sure.
500% clear rate.
There you go. First I got 1 gem. Fuck you. The curse. I'm now at 1,701 gem.
What the?
You piece of trash, Knight. Knight was getting mad because I didn't have 1,500. Now I'm at 1,700. What are you gonna say for yourself?
I will say though, this event's been very generous with the amount of gems that we
Like, what was it? I did my pulls, and then like I bought the Dookie packs, and then whenever I pull a new legend on debut, I always buy the limit break pack. And then I got like some random Twitch payment, so I used that money to buy the 110 gem packs. So I had like 16 something, and now I'm at 1,700. So hopefully we get a Sabo early, and then we can ride out another like 2.5k by the time Yamato comes out.
I'm not thinking of playing anymore, just because I need to stack up on gems for once. Everyone's following that whole 2,000 plus gem strategy.
You're gonna need 2 copies. That's the issue. All right, it's a mellow mood today. Everyone's kind of lax.
Yeah, we chilling.
Yeah, man, I'm chilling.
Flame's eating a donut. Fuck Night.
Fuck off. I'm just trying to enjoy my night. You're bringing up bullshit.
I'm bringing up donuts again. This guy's like, fuck's sake, man. It's not part of the contract. I've already hit the quota of donut references today.
Hey, what's interesting though is that after using the 3 new units for a little bit, I actually really don't like Luffy.
Yeah, that's a big part. No, wait, we'll talk about that. I was about to start getting into it. We'll talk about that. But speaking of which, though, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Good, Great, Perfect podcast, episode number 52.
Jesus.
We're past the halfway to 100. I don't even know we're gonna get to. I hope we get to 100, but you know, we'll see how things go. But you know, we got the usual suspects. We got Flamington, we got Nitington, we got Toddington. But there's a new face in the call. I know. Goes without saying, it's Mr. News time. Let's go. Never misses a beat. Always on time. Control C, Control V at the ready. Bandai copied him in that factor. It's Godot. What's going on, Godot?
Hello.
I should have mentioned as well. Also, KFL #1 fan as well, mind you. I totally forgot that part. But
Indeed.
we have Godot
Best
here today.
legend in the game.
Okay, relax. We have Godot here today, joining us as a guest for episode 52. We have some really juicy things to talk about, namely a small little legend called Yamato released, and we finally have the information for them. But I will start things off by just handing it over to you, Godot. Just just the general questions. Like, I guess, describe yourself, what you do, how you got into Treasure Cruise, how long you've been playing, and all those fun tidbits of information there.
So, a couple of you guys know me as Godot or whatever. You know me. I have a YouTube channel. I'm a moderator of the Subreddit Discord. Of course, if you said it, I'm also the news time guy, the KFL guy. So, let's see. I started OPTC about a month or two after it was released on Global.
Okay,
I joined sometime around the Whitebeard Sugofest or whatever. My first legend was version 1 Boa, but I didn't get it until like 4 months after I started playing. So between then, I was pretty much using a mix of like BB Laboon combos and Gear 3 Luffy.
Mihawk Slasher team, let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
Goated.
So back then, I was pretty casual. And like casualism, like I didn't really do much.
Yeah.
I mean, I farm stuff from time to time, but I didn't like max out the specials often. I was pretty lazy in the aspects. And then let's see, I ended up actually quitting CC around 2nd anniversary. Terrible multi-day luck. But I did rejoin about 8 months later, around the time of the Admiral Blitz battle. So
it's good Blitz.
Yeah.
Been around the block. Seasoned vet.
Yeah. Yep.
I was gonna ask what made you quit the game?
I did like 6 multis worth of gems, so that's like 300 gems. Got absolutely nothing new at all. I was so pissed off.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Man, back in the day though, 600 gems and 2nd anniversary, that shit was a lot.
Yeah.
No one was dropping bread back. I mean, like at least the majority of people weren't dropping bread.
Yeah, looking at you, Rye.
Fucking bitch ass, Rye. Oh yeah, fuck Stump. Let's kick that real quick. Gotta get our quota for the day.
Oh my god.
Didn't even mention Shank. Quick, someone mentioned Halloween Shank, so we can say fuck Stump properly. But
Jesus.
Interesting.
Was it the same account or was it a new account?
That's a good question, actually. Fugadon, was your account when you quit and started up again the same account, or was it a new
everything's in one account.
Damn.
So I started in.
Okay.
That's pretty cool, actually.
The long login day streak. That's the respect.
Actually, I think today I had my 2,200 login streak. So.
Damn.
And those login streaks are still trash.
Yeah, that will never mean anything. I can't wait for the day they do the revamp of them. And then
they got to backdate everyone.
Yeah, no, not even. They'll just say, all right, starting from now. You can imagine that. You're like, when you get to day 1,000, you get 100 gems. Everyone's like, all right, cool. Everyone's already passed it, man. Come on, son. Like, you won't even get no payback.
Now, what a lot of games do is when they do revamp it, they give everybody those rewards that are past that point.
Yeah, but this is Treasure Cruise and this is Bandai.
Yeah, bro. True. Yeah, my bad. I forgot.
You know the game. Come on, son. All right, well, then let's kick it. Like, so why? Yes, that's right. My brain is fried right now. Why KFL? I'm gonna start with that. Why KFL is your favorite legend?
Well, part of it is because how I started playing this game originally, which aside from BB Laboon, I was using the Veracruz Gear 3 Luffy. Perfect.
Next go.
So yeah, I really used that playstyle a lot back then, until I got version 1 Fujitora, and then et cetera happened.
Yeah.
So basically, I really started loving KFL when I got pulled in, which was 8 months after Lucy debut. Like, I was really upset that I never really got a post Lucy Legend after 8 whole months of playing after Lucy's release. So when I pulled KFL during that version Katakuri Suga, I was incredibly hyped up. And so I was actually really struggling with that Colosseum Neptune. And so I ended up using KFL to clear Neptune. It was pretty satisfying. That's actually my first video on the channel.
Mhm.
It was KFL clear against Neptune. So yeah, ended up sticking with KFL. Ended up using him for pretty much every single content just to showcase
Mhm.
how well I can do it. Then it sort of became a meme where he has like a 500% clear rate or something like that.
I was gonna ask, has there ever been something that you couldn't clear with him? And if no, what was the hardest thing that you cleared with him?
That's
Tough
Who
question.
there's nothing really. Nothing really. It's either more like I
Okay.
either cleared it or I didn't clear it because I didn't feel like
Mm.
Okay,
I feel
But
that. I feel
I
that.
think one of my favorite moments ever was during that Stampede ranking,
Right.
damage ranking,
Mhm.
where you couldn't use legends, but you could still use KF
Oh yeah,
for whatever
that's
reason.
right. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
another
I remember
copy paste
that.
problem.
Another
Copy paste problem.
Yeah. It was pretty hype getting that 55 million damage ranking clear.
It was made. It was made for you. They're like, damn, this guy's pretty good at copy and pasting like 4 words. Why don't we
Exactly.
give him the benefit of the doubt? Give him the legend there.
Hey,
I'm gonna jump into the meme stuff. Subreddit Discord. How is it being a? I believe you're a moderator
Yeah.
of the Subreddit Discord. What's it like being a mod on the Subreddit Discord? What's it like overall? Who's your least favorite person? We can name and shame. Have some fun with this. But no, I'm just messing. But like genuinely, like what's it like being a moderator for the Subreddit Discord? Because obviously, like we're all kind of mods in our own like personal Discords and this and that. But the Subreddit Discord is genuinely like a very like active and widely used Discord. So what's it like, and is there any like interesting aspects to like the role itself, or just in general, like what's it like being a moderator for the Subreddit Discord?
The moderator certainly is pretty much a lot of responsibility given it's a moderator role, but the community is just very toxic overall, in my opinion. So pretty much a bunch of it just goes into warning people who beat them, and what ends up happening is that we always get the blunt of it.
No, of
Everyone
course.
always hates us.
Hey, do what you gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
that's cool.
That's alright.
Yeah,
I have
actually,
a
Getting banned
question.
tonight. Nah.
yo,
Right. How do you end up becoming a mod?
Yeah,
Like,
that's a
was
great
there like
question.
an application,
Uh-oh.
or were you just like sought after?
Okay, so I did not apply for moderator. About 2 years ago, I think, I was actually reached out by one of the current mod staffs right now. I'm not gonna mention his name, but I was reached out because he was busy with real life stuff going on, so he couldn't really manage much time on the Discord.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of came to a consensus among the rest of my team that they wanted to invite me to join the mod team. So I kind of accepted that, and that's how I became mod. 2 years later, going strong.
Nice.
All right.
Well, we appreciate your work. At least we do. I don't know about the jabronis in there, but that's on them. That's not on us. But
I got another one question. Has there been any other situation where you almost quit Treasure Cruise?
Ooh.
Or are you at
like
a point?
recently? Like
Yeah.
How do you feel about Treasure Cruise
Not
now?
necessarily. I don't feel like quitting anytime soon, but there are times where I feel like I'm gonna end up quitting soon, but just not now. I don't feel like I'm gonna quit now.
Yeah.
That's always like something that plays on your mind a lot of the time. At least for me personally. Like you're always in the mindset like, yeah, I could quit, but if I do quit, then what? Like, like such a big part of your life kind of just gets like ripped away per se. I mean, like, it's kind of a big decision, overall, but
No, I'm free.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I have all this
I
free
wouldn't know
time.
about that.
If Flame quit, he picked up 13 more fucking gacha games, man. Jesus Christ. Alright. Cool.
Hell yeah.
Let's get into the actual meat and taters of the episode today. Global. Here we go. The copy paste fest has begun on One Piece Treasure Cruise global version. The Onigashima Trio Sugofest. hands up if you pulled. Essentially, it's me, Todd, and Godot. But let's go. We'll throw it to Godot. How did your pulls go? What did you pull for? What were you hoping for? What did you end up getting? That kind of stuff.
So I did a total of 15 multis.
Yep.
I got shit on.
Oh no!
Absolutely nothing new.
Oh god!
I was so pissed off.
Wait, what part did you pull on?
A majority of it was on the Dylba banner.
Oh, the
Because I was lacking a better dex lead, aside from
Yeah.
careful.
Yeah. I feel that.
Cody dex is just a struggle,
Yep.
even with version 1 kid. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
Okay.
All right, Todd.
Hey man, what about KFO?
Hell no. Hold on. Might need to hit up our boy Bebo real quick to build something like that.
Yeah, I know Flame did some pulls too. We can throw to him in a minute. But yeah, I ended up doing, how many was that? It was
30.
20 plus 4, 24 plus 4 is 28 plus 7,
Bruh.
35.
Yeah, so 35, yeah.
Yeah, 35, got everything.
And Bonnie. She's pretty good too.
And Bonnie, that's a good point. Yeah, ended up getting Bonnie. Kind of wish I didn't pull on part 1, but if I didn't pull on part 1, I wouldn't have got Bonnie anyway. So
yeah, true.
you take it when you can. But yeah, it was pretty rough. Obviously, we'll get to more about the stuff about what we think about the Sugofest soon. But yeah, just overall, it could have definitely been much better, honestly. But yeah.
What have you learnt though after this tirade of multis?
I've learned that pulling on the part with all legends available is not a very good idea.
Horseshit. It's terrible.
At least there were 3 new legends.
That's true.
If it was only like 1 new legend,
it was like a new
then
Luffy,
no.
and it was on the part 1. Yeah, bro,
No.
come on, son. It's not worth it. Like, is Bonnie
Yeah.
that worth it? Probably
Yeah,
not.
probably not.
I did 7 multis on part 1. I walked away with Moria from part 1, and I was very tempted to go to, because I think the 10th multi on part 1 was like a selected Sugo or whatever. I was pretty tempted, but I was like, nah, I'll wait. And then I came back and I did 4 multis on Law's part. I ended up picking up Law, which I was very blessed
nice.
with. And then I think I did 2 multis on Luffy's part, and I got Zoro. So I ended up walking away with all rare recruits and all limited rare recruits.
Oh shit, that's alright.
Out of all that, so I was very like in that kind of sense. Like I feel like I was more lucky because I got all the rare recruits in such a low amount of multis, which is such a dumb thing to say, but it's just the way the game is going right now, I suppose. But no, I was very fortunate in that kind of manner. But I mean, Flame, you did some pulls before your last hurrah. How did they go?
So I pulled on part 1. That was the only part I pulled on. I did 6 multis, and I got Kid on the 6th multi, and I ended up doing 2 more because I had the gems for it. I didn't get anything, and this was kind of stupid, but I did it kind of as a last hoorah. I bought a pack or 2.
Oh my days!
Did a couple more multis, and I got a dupe Kid.
Oh no!
That's
You know what? Deserved. That's deserved. This guy he made the video. He did all this and that. And then he still paid Bandai to shit on his face one last time. Like, come on, son. Like, come on.
That was like the slap in the face. Like, as soon as I saw him pop up, I didn't even like finish the animation. I just
closed the app.
I just deleted the app.
So what if you had done those last 2 multis or whatever and got like Law, for example? Would that have swayed you to keep playing, or were you still completely out?
I was like teetering on the seesaw.
Okay.
So when I saw a Kid, like it just blasted up.
Bro, you gotta show me the kid, you know?
That's what I'm saying. Pork it up, he's at 15 and got fucked on. Alright, well, let's get into the Sugofest real quick. I mean, there's not really much. Like, we talked about it's kind of sad to say. We talked about the Sugofest when, way back, when we were talking, when Knight did his pulls all the way back in the 7th and even JP. Because it's the exact same structure. I think it's a little bit different. I think a few steps were different, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure which ones though, but I remember reading that there were some steps that were different. But either way, it's basically the exact same structure. Part 1 had literally every legend in the game, but like 30 or 20 legends were rate boosted. And then part 2, 3, and 4 had the respective Luffy, Law, and Kid, the rare recruit, and the limited rare recruit at that too. Craziest part was, you can correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't the total potential chance to pull one of the new legends on part 1 less than the rate for one of the legends on part 2, 3, and 4? I think it was.
I think so.
So I think all of them were 0.16 or whatever, but then on their own separate part they were 0.5 or something like that. Maybe the math doesn't check out there really, but either way, how do you guys feel about a just complete grabbing? We'll get to the gem sales. Don't worry, we'll get into that. But how do you guys feel about a complete just like again copy and paste as for this banner?
Well, if they're gonna get us to a point where we're gonna be with Japan, then it kind of makes sense why they're doing it. But it's like it is weird that they're doing it like right now. I thought that, they would have given us global-esque Sugos and everything until we got to that point. But it looks like they're just shifting their focus to now, and like so everything from here on out, I assume, is going to be pretty much 1-for-1 as to what Japan got.
I'd agree.
Yeah.
I just think that something has to give, right? And obviously it's going to jump us straight into the gem sales too. Something has to give though for global. You either give us the JP structure, which is fine. Like I don't care. Like it's fine, whatever. But you have to give us the gem sales to allow us to go for it. Or you have to give us the same shitty gem sales, which again is fine. But you have to give us the Sugofest that allows us to still go for it too.
Yeah, that's correct.
There's no, like, you can't have the negative side of both of them. You have to give one or the other. But, the gem sales. Oh, buddy. Were they shit. So, the large pack, which was and you can only buy this one time, mind you, was a 95 gem pack. And okay, the gem pack was discounted. Fair enough. I think it was, what was it? It was like 50 Australian dollars, if I remember, a little bit more.
I think it was around 60.
60. Yeah. I think it was 60.99. It might have been because that's I think that one there. But which is again okay. But when you compare this to what JP had when this banner had come out, I think they had a 200 gem pack.
I think they
it was
like
300.
It was 300 gem pack.
It had like it was like a 300 gem pack that was like $100 I think, and you could buy it 3 times.
And I think that because that's insane. That's
like it doesn't get any better than that. That's
bewildering. Because if you think about that, for $300, right? That's 900 gems.
Yeah.
Like $300 now. It's about like 500 gems probably, more or less. Lucky. It would be my assumption there. Then the second long voyage pack was a 65 gem pack that had 2 stam meats and 1 almighty manual, which again. Pretty dookie. I think I did the gem per dollar thing. I think I sent it to you. That was the best gem per dollar pack for Australia. It was 2 gems per dollar. The 95 gem pack for Australian dollars was 1.5. Then they had another large gem pack which you could purchase more times, which was 110 gems.
Yeah,
for the regular price, and everything else was a regular price. And they had the limit break packs for Luffy, Law, and Kid, and they had the Rumble Scroll packs, which are actually pretty decent. So I think the JP ones are roughly the same. I think the JP ones were 42 gems though, but they were a little bit more expensive. But either way, it's the same shit more or less.
And it's the fact that just in general, like just all of their packs just cost cheaper in Japan.
Yep.
Like it just they just cost less for some reason. It's pretty bizarre.
So I just don't understand why. I don't know who planned, if it was Yoshi, if it was a developer, if it was a correspondent, I don't know.
But I don't know whose idea that 95 gem pack was. Like that should have been 150.
It just doesn't make sense to me. If you're going to copy the Sugofest structure, that's fine, but allow people to effectively go hard on the banner. Like if they had dropped us those 300 gem packs, I would have easily snatched up all of those and done way more multis on this banner. And probably gone for Kid as well, or Luffy as well, or whatever it was, right? But the fact that you're making it so much harder for us to pull, and a lot of people wanted to pull on these banners too.
Yeah, this is the banner we're saving for, essentially.
This is the milestone, TM, trademark. This was the milestone banner. This is the first milestone banner we've had in mad time.
Like since Ace Akano, really.
And they shat on it. they really did a bad job with this overall.
Yeah, Ace Akano's banner was better than this for sure.
100%.
I mean, even the freaking Blackbeard Mori banner, I feel was probably better than this.
Was better. It was better.
Definitely.
So I don't know.
Oh, next you want to buy gems? I would say go to Canada. Shout out to Cody.
Yeah,
buy your gems there.
I might have to hit up my guy Cody real quick. Hold on. Get my gem shipped in from the send him my phone, bro.
Exactly.
I don't know. It's kind of wild to me how we're still in this, like, I just don't get, like, I think, you know, like, Flamey messaged our chat when all the gem sales came out. He just said to me, he's like, you were right. Bandai does take 1 step forward and 2 steps back. And I'm like, it's true though. Like, it's like, I don't want to speak like, you know, I'm always seen as a fucking negative Nancy. And I think that I still hold that I am a lot of the time, but like, it's just, you got to talk about it how you see it. And it's so frustrating when you have the opportunity to make money. They could have made so much money from this banner and the gem sales alike. Named a single like person that spends money on this game that would not have bought every 300 gem pack. I guarantee you, all those would have been snatched up. And then you're gonna have the goobers in the back like, oh, but they had the 10 gems for $1 pack. Shut up. That's such a shit pack still. I mean, it's a lot of gems for the money you're spending, but it's only 10 gems, man. Like,
yeah,
we wanted to stack up because we know that Yamato's come. You know what? Honestly, I feel like because that they're aware that Goba players know that Yamato's coming out, I feel like because people could have easily stacked up gems if the sales were good on this banner. You could have easily had maybe 2,000 gems after sales in this banner. And then stayed with that until Yamato's release and been ready for Yamato and skipped this banner completely. So I feel like that potentially played some sort of like act in everything. I don't know. Maybe that's tinfoil hat theorying this a little bit, but I don't know. I'm just trying to justify it a little bit.
I don't really agree with that because even if they did do that, they'd still be making money.
That's also very
it's
true.
Stupid either way.
I guess they want people to spend, like, it's kind of dumb, but they want people to spend per banner, if that makes sense. In the sense that, like, whatever banner drops, they want you to spend money on the game, not for the purpose of buying gems to stack or to save, but for the purpose of buying gems in order to pull on that banner that's currently out. I feel like that's kind of the motion, at least for global. JP, bro, every time a debut legend comes out on JP, there's a 200 gem pack in the store. You know? And that's so wild. Because that, like what Todd said, that 300 gem pack that costs $100, JP gets that not the 300, but 200 gems, $100 every time. Are you kidding me? Like, it just doesn't make sense. I don't understand why they're so against making money on global. It just does not compute in my head at all.
Something else I wanted to note, because I remember Todd mentioned it during one of his streams. They always do this, but it's still really stupid. I remember he showed I don't remember if it was on part 1 or on part 2, but he showed the rates for the featured legends, and the 3 new units were like
they weren't
low. They were so low compared to the other featured legends.
I think they were they were rated like in the middle. They weren't the lowest rated, but they weren't the highest rated.
Yeah,
I think Roger
because it's supposed to be there rated up 1.
I think Roger and Odin were rated higher than Luffy Law Kid on part 1.
They were.
Which is just,
that's so sad.
I don't get it. Like, I don't like, especially like because they bring out a mechanic like last tap, right? Or final tap. Sorry, come on, don't flame me.
Yeah, you get it right.
Jesus, my bad. Fuck. But like they bring out a mechanic like final tap, where the whole purpose of final tap is to pull for duplicates to get your final tap level higher, so you can have more damage output. Yada yada yada. Yet you make it so difficult, unless you're super duper lucky, to do so. I mean, look at Godot. Godot did 15 fucking multis, got nothing to show for it. You know what I mean? But then there were people that, Ryoam did like 30 multis on like...
Oh, he just wanted Roger, man.
He just wanted Roger. He did 25 multis on Law's part. He got max final tap for Law. So the dichotomy of like the rates is bewildering per account. So it just doesn't make any sense.
I know my man Tower Corner did a
Bro.
crap load of multis.
Tower Corner did all multis on part 2, 3, and 4. All
And
25.
And one.
And
he went to 30 on
bro,
part 1.
that's 105 multis.
Bro, what?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
That's 105 multis. That's 5,000 gems. That's that's around 5k gems.
I've got a video coming out in the next couple of days just talking about like how like not worthwhile it is doing that because like these final taps, it's like yeah, they're okay, but like there's no reason to max them out.
I think someone in the subreddit Discord made a decent point. They were like, the final taps are never going to be a mechanic that's going to win you a raid. No. Or like or an arena or a boss fight.
I mean, maybe you can build a team around it,
correct.
Maybe, but yeah.
But you're never going into like, let's say, because what final tap goes through the resilience again? There's like one of them that you can, is it laws or something like that? Whatever it is.
That's law.
Yeah.
It's like, there's like, I'm not going to go into content and be like, oh, I'm just going to hit my final tap with law and get through the resilience. It's like, no, I'm going to get rid of the resilience and make my life a lot easier, opposed to like getting through the final tap.
It all depends on like the color of the enemy as well, because if I'm versing a green unit, there's no way I'm hitting last with Luffy.
Correct. Bro.
Right.
100%. Like, it just, the final tap is like cool for damage, especially for Kizunas. Because
I'm just waiting for a final tap that's rainbow damage. That's gonna be busting,
6+ Yamato. Let's go, predicting it right now, bro.
Oh, dude, that would be crazy.
But
then again, what we've seen though is when a character super evolves, they typically don't have the potential abilities change, but final tap might be different. So we'll have to
I doubt it. 6+ Germo, they should have had their super type buffed as well. But it is what it is there, I suppose. I don't know.
I think 6+ Germa is still pretty solid, you know.
They're a very good unit. Like one of the better 6+s this year in comparison to the rest of them, though. Yeah.
6+ Jack.
Oh no.
That's a feels bad. Yeah,
that's such a feels bad. People expected the XP to be buffed. Like, come on, son. They're not gonna give you the XP buff, man. We'll get into Jack though a bit later on. But anything else on the Sugofest that you guys want to mention, or gem sales there at all?
Zora Rare Recruit is pretty busted.
Zora Rare Recruit is really good. I'll kick it to you.
Oh, Killer's actually kind of low-key really good too.
Jinbei, he's having fun. He's doing his he's got his fist in the air.
Jinbei's just okay, but like Killer's like really unique because of he resists the 2 turns of special reverse and his 2 turn special cooldown. That's pretty rare.
Well, I think you were mentioning
and he's
that,
despair and paralysis removal.
I think you were mentioning that he's the only unit in the game that does what he does.
Yeah, there's no other unit that does the cooldown plus despair plus paralysis. There's no one in the game that does it, so he's like pretty good. And then with Zoro, I mean, the like attack down and special bind plus orb boost plus orb block plus it's a straw hat. Like it's pretty good.
Yeah, good luck on the
treasure map.
Treasure map koala fight.
Yeah, good luck.
Because the 2 debuffs. That's why, honest to God, that's why I want to get Zoro. I was like, I'm not fucking team building. I've got the limited rare recruits. I'm not bullshitting my team to get rid of this special bind and attack down trash. So, yeah, good luck if you don't have Zoro. That's all I'm gonna say, because you need that Zoro. Because it's very That's it. Speaking of a treasure map though, treasure map Koala's boosted list is also the exact same as JP's.
Bruh, I saw that and was just dying inside.
I'm so lost. I'm so confused. I'm confused. I'm fucking feeling like who's a fucking card, man.
This just has to be a thing that needs to be updated across the board. Like Japan should be getting globals lists at this point with how we get treated with our list, because the fact that we have that 1.1 boosters list where it has like miscellaneous treasure map units and like a bunch of random units. So you have like a select group of them that are boosted, like 1.25 or whatever. But then you have like the rest of them, which are just 1.1s. Like that's so good for newer players and for players that don't play as often to still jump in the map, still get boosted points.
Exactly.
And if you're just removing that, people have to grind even further to get to those point thresholds for their rewards.
Plus, keep in mind the highest point boosters are 1.6x's. So either way, you're gonna have to grind a lot more because the max team, I think it's like a 19 times with the bird. So you're going to have to grind a lot more. Global is very much used to having like a 32 times team as the max point boosting team.
Wait, during super types, didn't we have, wasn't it like
127?
100 yeah, that was
because you could
crazy.
get the Croc and Bush. Remember the 127x team, you know what I mean? Like, Global is used to having a little bit higher in terms of the point boosters. So now that there's low point boosters, get prepared because a lot of people are going to be complaining that the treasure map, you have to play a lot more. So, again, horrible decision. I don't get, like, it's not time consuming. The thing that I don't understand is surely you editing a treasure map list, one person in the team can do this. It's not that time consuming. Surely you don't.
Yeah.
You've been doing it in the past. So I don't understand what changes. Are they really that crunch for time with this whole quote-unquote synchronization? Because it doesn't seem like it. There was a week without content once again. Like there was again nothing to do.
Trying to catch up, but here's a break week.
If you finished Shinobu on day like 1 or 2, and then you finished the insignia farming event or the stamp farming event, sorry, there's literally nothing to do. You just log in. You do your skill book island, and then you log off. See you later. You wait, you know.
I mean, I don't think they're really planning on people to clear everything day one.
Of course, like, I mean, like, that's what we always say, right? But at the same time, like, you're really pushing this. We're going to catch up, but we're not. It's not going to happen. But yeah, like I said, the 3 waifus are 1.6x's. All the new final tap units, the Bonnie Legend and Shiryu 1.4. Shiryu being 1.4 is actually pretty decent. I mean, it's kind of nice. He's got a good captain ability too, so you know you can use him. And then 1.3x, 1.35x's, 1.25s, and then just a few 1.2, like a handful of units here and there. But again, like it's very bare bones. Yeah, you know, if you're missing a lot of the 1.35, well then a lot of your team's going to be very much diminished.
That's the thing, is like moving forward, if you're not actively playing, getting all those free-to-play units and then pulling every so often, like you're just going to be lacking the units to literally counter the content.
Correct.
Because in a lot of cases, there are replacement boosters you can use, but with this new structure, that's just not a thing.
But even like look at the Koala boss fight, like we're mentioning. The Koala boss fight has special bind and attack down.
Yeah, 5 turns. 5
turns of each. And none of the limited rare recruit units, like the waifu units, do special bind or attack down, I don't think.
Yeah, those 2 debuffs should have been on one of the mini boss fights, so that you didn't have to like make a really weird team to get around it if you just didn't pull Zora, you know?
That's what I was gonna say. Like, if you want to get around those 2 debuffs, you're gonna have to remove at least 1 or 2 of the highest point boosting units on your team.
Yeah.
Just to get rid of it. And then so what's the point of them? I don't understand, but I don't know.
So dumb.
I guess we're just punching the air right now and hitting a brick wall. But speaking of hitting a brick wall, have you guys read the Sabo Sugofest structure yet? Oh yes. You didn't know? It's the exact same as JP.
Oh, surprise Pikachu phase.
Oh my god, you didn't realize? But we don't know yet, because they might have fucked us by not giving us those 30 gem multis, but we're hoping...
I swear, bro.
Bro, if they don't give us the 30 gem multis, I'm pulling... We're going to Japan. GGP goes to Japan, and we're pulling up to the office. I swear to god, I'll do it. But, the structure, if it is like Japan's, it's not bad. Because I think it was, if you have to go all the way, it's 1,150 gems for Sabo. And arguably, Sabo is a better legend than any of the final tap legends. So, take of that what you will. The structure seems okay. Maybe like going to the 5th or like maybe, I think going maybe the 4th multi if you're not really feeling like pulling is probably like the best thing to do.
And it does have Fire Tank and Sanji Pudding as well.
Yep, so you're looking really good there.
Wait, are Sanji Pudding on it? Are they on it?
Yes, they're on this banner.
Yeah, cool.
I was actually peeping the Kizuna banner for JP is fucking crazy. Have you seen it? Oh, I'm jumping ship real quick. But the banner that has like the Robin, the Chopper, and the Frankie boosters, right? It has Toki, it has Sabo, it has Fire Tank Pirates, and it has Sanji Pudding.
Oh, wow.
And Lucci, V3 Boa, Dex Kid, V1 Kaido, Jack, and Dex Sabo. So in terms of available legends, that's kind of fucking good. Broken.
Like half the list is nuts.
Yeah. And all the that's all the Kizuna legends as well, I believe. So That's the first time we've seen that too. We all expected it to only ever be 3 legends, but
you know what? Is that on Japan they haven't had a treasure map legend since that Sanji, so I wonder when that's gonna happen. When are they gonna do a new one of those?
It's Baby 5 or Jozu. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
It's Baby 5 now because they fucked Jozu, man. In this house we stand Baby 5. That's on everything too. But I guess we'll throw it to the board then. Are you guys planning to pull an A Sabo? Like, what's your plan here for this banner? I'll chuck it to Godot real quick. How do you feel about the A Sabo banner? I know you mentioned the pre-show. You have 8 gems right now, but what's your plan?
Definitely skip this night. I wish they had 1 gem multis on the 4th, 8th, etc., etc. That would have been the best bait for that Sugofest, but yeah, I'm not gonna pull. Gotta keep saving.
Gonna wait for Toadskii?
Probably.
Low key though, you could wait for this JP Kizuna now, the Lin banner, because it's a super boss one, and there's like the 4 Kizuna boosters, plus you have Toki, A Sabo, Fire Tank Pirates, and Saji Pudding all available too. That's just my opinion.
And Robin.
I think also the rare recruits are all going to be 5 times captains, right? For the season as well?
For the content too. So there'll be a 5x captains, which is kind of busted, like really busted.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't release a Kizuna Legend, because they would just fuck everything over. But I guess that would have overshadowed Yamato with her release.
With all of this crazy shenanigans that they've done for the 7th anniversary, with like they had like the Super Sugo and had like the crazy legends before it. They had like A Sabo. They had like the end of month legend. I'm really scared for next year's anniversary.
Yeah.
Because it's like when the anniversary units come out, everyone's gonna be hyped for them, but it's like, no, just wait, because there's probably gonna be more.
Because they're gonna wreck it again by releasing a Sabo unit that's better than all the anniversary units like they usually do. No, but I totally agree. I think that obviously we'll start throwing predictions out for anniversary units way later in the year.
Oh yeah.
But again, we don't know what anniversary is going to be like come the synchronization too. Obviously, we know the JP one's still going to be around, but I think Yoshi mentioned that maybe global will happen. Who knows? I think maybe there'll be another random anniversary or big event that they start hosting too.
Well, yeah, whenever we have global Annie, they always drop a crazy legend
on JP. So like
on JP at the same time. Like even this year when we had Luffy Sanji, they dropped Ace Akainu when we had Luffy
which is
Sanji. So they could still drop a really crazy legend in February.
Yeah, exactly. So and that's off the back of New Year's, which is always a hype time as well. And then, like, 3 months later, you have anniversary, which is just...
And then when we had Kaido, they released Shanks Crew.
Bruh.
And then when we had the Big Mom Sugo, they... I don't remember who it was, but then when we had the anniversary one year, they released Sanji Judge and, like, that whole batch, which was crazy at the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's potential.
There is potential. That's not everything. Anything else global? Because that's the pussy news. We got the big news on
the
JP.
Pussy news.
Global's always shit, man. Global news is always so boring. It's just us complaining, which sucks. I don't want to. Like,
I mean, despite the complaints, we still pull and we still play.
Yeah, exactly right. Like you can't really get about it too much. And like it might seem like counterintuitive. I don't want to complain.
Yeah.
I know that doesn't sound like my character, but I don't want to complain all the time about Global and about Treasure Cruise. I love playing Treasure Cruise. I enjoy playing it. It's just that it's so hard to find the good in Treasure Cruise sometimes, You have to, like, really scrounge for it, but it is what it is there.
I don't believe you.
Oh, my God. This guy. That's... all right, fuck it. I hate Treasure Cruise. I'm announcing my retirement today. No. All right, let's get into the actually interesting stuff now. Yamato dropped.
Yes,
so
sir.
That's pretty interesting. That was kind of out of nowhere. Just kidding. We knew about it. We just recorded a day early. And again, shout out to that guy in the comment section. We're recording a day early before the 6+ Yamato release. You're going to have to wait 2 more weeks for our review of that. But Yamato released alongside Ulti Page 1. Ulti Page 1 was a dual unit. Not a Super Sugofest unit, which is a positive. and they're a great unit too. But I think we'll just jump like straight into Yamato, because why the hell not? So I have got our prediction up. Obviously, we kind of memed a lot of our prediction at some points for fun, but our prediction was a in or Psy powerhouse striker of free spirit. That part we got striker right. We got int right. Sorry, we said a 5x base with 5.5x with a 1.0 slot, 1.2x HP. We had has 1.0 slot. If the unit has 1 slot, they're super effective. -1 cooldown. Color plus 2 classes as the captain ability. 5 turns of 2 debuffs. Bind, Despair, or Paralysis. Turns tandem to 1.0, and then tandem appears more often. Bit far-fetched with the captain, but you know, we had the 1.0 slots on lock. We had the class and one of the classes in the color on lock too. The special is what we kind of banged out. And the bind. We did bang that. That's on true. The special we kind of hit pretty well. We said 20% HP cut that bypasses NAO. 1.5 times increased damage that passes immunity. With the 1.0 slot, it's 2x. Again, we're being silly. Changes all slots, including block orbs, into 1.0 slots. That we smashed. We banged that on, God. And then we just said a big ass orb boost to the color and 2 classes. But before we jump into like Yamato's kit, did any of you guys anticipate her being a chain related unit?
Oh,
Nope.
That's the interesting part to me. I don't think anyone anticipated that. But without further ado, let's get into probably the best legend in the game. Yamato came as a 6-star. She has final tap. She's a driven striker. Pretty freaking powerful. Still less attack than Bullet. Anyway, her captain ability. Int, driven, and striker characters by 4.75x. Attack by 4.75. HP by 1.3. Int, driven, and striker characters with a 1 orb get a 5x attack. Reduces 10 turns of bind on the crew. When HP is 50% or less, she boosts the chain by 1.2x and reduces incoming damage by 20%. Her special cuts 20% HP of all enemies. For 1 turn, inflicts enemies with increased damage taken by 1.75. For 1 turn, makes perfect easier to hit by a lot. And for 1 turn, plus 1.1 of the chain, and changes block orbs and matching orbs to 1 orbs. Her super type condition is when there is a plus to the chain or chain lock is active, so chain boost multiplier excluded. So essentially, if you pop her special, you can get her super type condition. And then her super type is for 1 turn, locks orbs of the crew, and then for 1 turn, boosts the chain by 1.25x, akin to Sanji Judge swap. When she's a sailor, she gives 100 base attack to the crew. She can't be blown away. And then her last tap is her condition for last tap is being on the final stage, and then her on this final stage when her special is triggered, and her last stab is changes her own orb to a 1 orb and boosts the final chain value by an additional 2 times. She has hunger. She has orb seal, which is completely removes orb seal as well, which is really good. And her support is 10% attack to I don't know why it says super character, but I just supported character, and supported character does 1.5x damage against Kaido, and this attaches on Luffy and Odin. A lot to take in, but I guess
one thing I kind of didn't realize straight away is that I kind of forgot that this unit had hunger. That's actually pretty good.
Hunger as well.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Let's break it down. Captain, 4.75 attack, HP 1.3, 5x with a 1 orb, 10 turns of bind. When below 50% HP, 1.2x to the chain, and reduces incoming damage by 20%. How do you feel about the captain ability?
Yeah, look, it's pretty good.
It's not bad, hey? Yeah.
Yeah.
First bind removal captain.
Correct. Does this make you not want to use bind sockets?
Oh my god, don't even.
Anyway, sorry, Flame. Go off, King.
No, I was gonna say really. The only thing I don't like is that she has a boosted chance of T and D orbs, but other than that, it's perfect.
It's a very strong captain ability.
Yeah, there's not much about it that's like actually bad. I mean, you have to be below 50% to get the chain boost.
That's my
Which is
least. That's the thing I
kinda
least
sneaky.
like.
I mean,
That's the thing
did
I
it,
least
Nothing in
like.
kit that actually like. There's nothing in a kit that actually like cuts HP down or anything like that. So
Yeah, if a special cut your health, that would be kind of cool actually.
That would be so busted.
But this is like really good part. You could partner it really well with super type category.
But I guess that was a thing that we griped upon super type category as well. Because
Yeah.
he had when you get below a certain HP, and then blah blah blah, but then you also get the reduced damage. Like
There's not actually like there's not many good int health cutters. Like there's like the rare recruit Enel that came out with that batch, and then there's like that special Nami, but that Nami's a chain locker.
Which kind of counterintuitive to Yamato's entire kit.
Right. So you're kind of restricted in that, unless if you like somehow
You have
just
to bring.
tank it.
You have to bring 3-2 Robin just for reduce your HP to 1.
Yes, let's go. Comeback season, baby. But yeah, like I think like the whole first half of her captain ability, I mean more than first half. The attack boost 4.75 is pretty powerful.
Like it makes sense. That's fine.
Yeah, because
like 5x with 1-0.
If 5x is 1-0 plus with 1-0 slots as well, I think it goes up to like a 5.2 or like something along those lines. If you have because 1-0 slots damage as well. So it gets pretty massive. 10 turns of bind is really sick. I think that's just again, first captain that's done that. So I think that's very powerful. It still shouldn't warrant you not using bind slots, you dookie heads. Keep your bind sockets there, you weirdos. But yeah, I personally don't like the HP threshold thing. But the chain boost is crazy. Like,
yep.
Like multipliers were fine, even without the chain boost. Like this character's fine, but then they just decided, you know what? Here's a chain boost.
Here's a chain boost as well. And the thing is, like usually with chain boosting captains, the attack boost is low, but this captain has a 5x captain and then a 1.2x chain boost. So I guess you kind of get the ratio there, but at the same time, far out. It's very powerful captain ability. Very powerful captain ability.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible actually. Very very good. And, you know, get access to a lot of good characters, can hybrid well with a lot of other powerful units too.
Int-driven striker, 3 quality, like, elements
colors
as well.
And classes. Yeah, like, very good.
Very strong. Her special, 20% HP cut to everyone. 1.75 increased damage taken that doesn't go through immunity. Makes perfects easy to hit. And then for 1 turn, plus 1.1 of the chain. And changes block and matching orbs to 1-0.
Whew. So they basically took like a little bit of Odin, a little bit of Kaido.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much what we were thinking it was going to be.
We're all anticipating some sort of like hybrid combination of the two units, and it's very akin. It's very seen here. HP cut's cool, because I feel like that allows you to use some supports, because you need damage or
damage dealing special. You can have Halloween Law for an int orb boost. So that's pretty good.
The 1.75 increased damage taken is busted. But again, a little annoying. It doesn't go through immunity. But again, if it was 1.75 through immunity, kind of broken. Like we've seen it with Final Tap Law. 1.5x through immunity is a lot of damage output, or a lot of extra damage at that too. So 1.75 is kind of busted. Perfect's easy to hit. I feel like the perfect's easy to hit is there because obviously if you hit a perfect, you get a higher chain overall. So the more perfects you hit, the higher your chain goes. And adding 1.1 of the chain is... I don't think it's the highest chain.
No, it's not.
But
it's not.
It's still
close
a
enough,
lot.
though.
It's more than enough. Like,
I mean, it's adding that plus the increased damage taken, so I'm pretty okay with that. Yeah. I mean, and the chance to get 1-0 slots too, you know? So.
Plus, you change block orbs, and you change matching orbs to 1-0. Again, changing matching to 1-0 is a little annoying, because you kind of need a unit that gives you matching orbs first.
It can't be a beneficial slot. It has to be a matching type slot. Yeah.
Which is a little annoying.
Yeah, same type matching.
But block orbs to 1-0 is, again, I think that's pretty busted.
That's incredible. Plus the super type to lock them.
Yeah.
Whew.
Kind of busted.
Yeah, this unit hits incredibly hard.
And super type, like Todd said, locks orbs, and then a 1.25x chain boost. Yeah, chain boost. Plus super typing, of course.
If that wasn't enough. This is basically like what we kind of wanted Legend Odin to be like.
Yeah.
Like, this is basically better Legend Odin.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
obviously
Yeah.
Odin's an all booster, which is different, but in terms of what we were kind of expecting, yeah, this is more akin to what we were hoping it was going to be like.
This unit is broken.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the unit we've been waiting for since Roger's release.
The only thing that kind of hurts this character is chain debuffs. Obviously, will still hurt. Kind of wish that the special just like instantly removed all like
It would have been cool
non-beneficial effects.
It would have been like I don't know how busted it would have been, but instead of her removing 10 turns of bind, imagine her removing 10 turns of chain reduction coefficient or chain to coefficient reduction. Or
yeah,
it is.
but then again, if you had chain boundary, it would probably remove that too.
Oh, you're right.
That's probably why they didn't do it.
Yeah, you're right.
They should make chain boundary its own icon already.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, she's incredible. Like I think this is nailed it in terms of like quality of a legend for Yamato, especially because how hyped everyone has been for Yamato as a character in the manga and anime, and now as a character in Treasure Cruise, lives up to the hype. I think very akin to Roger. Like everyone was kind of nervous about Roger's release in terms of how good of a character he was going to be, but he lived up to that and surpassed it. And I feel like Yamato is probably going to do the exact same thing.
Here's a hot take. I think Roger's still better.
Ooh, all right, there we go. Let's throw it around.
I don't know. Actually, everyone in here, we need a vote right now.
All right, so okay? Todd thinks Roger's better. Knight, what do you think? Roger or Yamato?
You can come back to me.
Okay.
I still have to think about it.
Godot, what do you think? Roger or Yamato?
You know what? I'm on Team Roger.
Flame?
Yamato.
See, this is so hard because if you think about the two units, I think that whilst Yamato, like Yamato is so powerful, I feel like only being an int-driven striker captain kind of is, in a sense, in comparison to Roger, a drawback. Because Roger's just a flat-out rainbow captain.
Mm-hmm.
So
they both remove one key debuff by Roger removes despair completely, whereas like this is 10 turns of bind. And, like I still find them both to be as valuable as each other. Yeah.
I feel like Yamato hits like a truck, but I feel like I don't know. Like I think I was Team Yamato for a while, but the more I think about it, I feel like Roger still might eke out Yamato. I would say Roger then.
Like Yamato definitely hits harder.
Yeah.
But I feel like Roger's still more flexible.
I think day-to-day content, Roger's going to be way more valuable than Yamato.
Plus, like, Roger's super type's pretty nuts, too. Like, full board guaranteed slots plus all block. That doesn't get interrupted.
He's a 3x attack boost, 5x rainbow captain.
Yeah.
But when referring to the super type, you also have to remember that Yamato basically has the same thing with a chain boost and blocks one orbs. Which you would need to bring Odin for with Roger.
That is true. That is true. But then you could, but like if I was to use both these units, I think I'd rather use Roger as a captain than Yamato as a crew, a sailor. I feel like that'd be busted.
No, I'm not saying either. Like either of them are bad either, because I think both of them are like top 3, no problems.
No, but what do you think?
I don't know. I think I might have to go with Roger just because, like, with his special as well, he can extend like orb boost. So any like 2-turn orb boosts they're usually like kind of bad because you can't bring them on for like like final stages. So with Roger, you can like make like 2-turn orb boosters more viable.
And Roger resists the beneficial effect blow away thing too.
I think that is like sounds weird, but a little underrated in Roger's kit because like the fact that like especially a lot of like GARP challenges when you get to the final stage, you just get everything removed or whatever.
If you're storing a special,
exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. Yamato's still really good. Plus, we still have the 6+ to come out like
that's
literally tomorrow
where I'm
as of
scared.
Recording.
Because if Yamato's 6-star is this good, her 6+ is gonna be. Surely it's gonna be obscene.
So what's gonna change with the Super Evolution? Well, we already know it's gonna become a Psi unit,
which is again really weird, but
And
Fair
another
enough.
thing that we can kind of deduct is the fact that all of the Kizuna units currently are all free spirit. I think they're all free spirit.
I think the Pirate Rumble buffs for this season on JP also have free spirit there
So
somewhere
if this
too.
becomes a free spirit Psy unit, and we have another, like, it's a Roger counterpart now, it's basically another Roger in a sense. I mean, I think I would guess Striker free spirit would be my guess.
Again,
It could be Driven free spirit.
I would hope Striker free spirit over Driven free spirit. That'd be kind of.
I would hope for Striker as well, because then you could use Wano Law.
Yeah,
get all the buffs from Wano Law.
I think that they're gonna. I think you mentioned it, Todd. Like maybe they're gonna make Tandem into Wano
with the captain. That would be perfect.
With her captain, and then maybe like the special I think is perfect, but maybe change the increased damage to go through immunity. And otherwise, like, nothing else really needs to change at all.
I think, well, currently the health cut doesn't go through immunity. It doesn't go through barriers and defensive effects. Yeah. That probably will.
Yep, I'd agree.
Because I think when he received his 6+, like, he did, like, a 20% health cut. It was only, like, to one enemy, but then when he evolved, it went to all enemies.
Yeah.
So, like, it'd probably be something minor upgrade like that. So, like, instead of going just each enemy by 20%, it just goes through barriers and stuff. That'll probably happen. And yeah, you're right. Like the increased damage taken going through immunity, that would be cool. I don't know if they'll do that. Like going from, because we already had Law that's 1.5 through immunity,
jumping,
and they're gonna release this one being 1.25 through immunity already. I think that's a little bit of a jump too quick.
Yeah, but
unless if they reduce the value, but then make it go through immunity,
I wouldn't mind that if they made it 1.5x, but then allowed it to go through immunity. I'd be satisfied with that too. You know, because then you can always use it anyway.
And then what if they flipped with the captain effect, where it's if you're above 50%, you get the chain and the damage reduction?
No, it's over. If that's what happens, it's actually over.
Yeah, that'd be pretty wild, actually. Jesus, man.
Okay, well, we keep saying top 3. Who's the third legend then?
Yeah, I don't agree with that, to be honest. It's top 2.
I'll just be in top 3. I'll just say top 3 just to be safe, you know?
Who's the third legend?
I think people say like Sabo still.
Jay, on Game With, a lot of the people that voted on Game With voted Tokyo over Sabo, which is pretty interesting to me. I don't agree with that.
I haven't seen the power rankings in a while, actually.
I think that Sabo is better than Toki, but I can understand why people think Toki is so strong.
I mean, Game With still rate Luffy Sanji really high.
That is true.
I don't know about that though.
One thing that I wanted to mention before we got go into all of that. One thing I really like about Yamato, and this also relates to Garb challenges and Zero Stamina quests in general. Yamato's like basically the only unit in the game that can do 20+ million damage without an orb or attack boost, which is really good because you can bring a lot of units that give you like swap effects, that give you like those little buffs.
Yeah, true.
And that just like drastically changes it. So like you literally don't even have to use your special effects.
I do also think her last tap is a little wasted, in the sense that changing your own orb to a Wano orb, because I feel like a lot of the time you're gonna have Wano orbs anyway, because you're gonna use her special. So like hypothetically, if you wanted to min max, you could only get, if you wanted to get her last up to level 4 at most, because that changes her, because they're at level 4, it's an additional 2x to the chain, or final chain value, 2x. But then it's also, it changes to a matching orb. And if you already have a Wano orb, it's not going to overwrite. So I feel like for me, that's a little bit of a waste, where they could have done something else potentially, instead of changing it to a Wano orb. Because I don't see many, I guess, like if you're using her as a crewmate, but then at the same time, I feel like you're still going to use her as a crewmate to get Wano orbs anyway. So like, I don't really. I feel like it's a little bit of a waste to have her last level 5B changed to a Wano orb. But I guess we're nitpicking.
You know what else I realized is that hypothetically, well, as we know, if this character does become a side unit and it does hybrid with Roger, we could have 2 captains that reduce Bind and Despair pretty much almost completely.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's actually cracked.
That is cracked. It's
and you can have it your 3 times attack boost. You have the chain boost. You have Wano slots. Like, geez, man. Oh my god, yeah, Roger. He gives a full board of slots, and he uses freaking Yamato to change him into matching
slots as well.
Oh my god, dude, this combo is crazy, dude.
If Yamato's a Psy free spirit unit, like if she ends up becoming that, it's actually over. Because we're already in the meta of hybrid captains. I think on at least on JP right now.
King Queen.
A lot, yeah. Well, basically with King and Queen's release, everything akin after that has been basically like you hybrid captain a lot. So
yep,
I think that if Yamato does become a Psy free spirit unit, like it's gonna be deadly. Like Psy is already well and true like the best color in the game. I feel like
Toki's also free spirit.
Yeah.
And Toki's also free spirit too. So pop Toki special on Yamato and on
Oh.
Roger. Call it a day. Wrap it up. See you later.
That's cracked.
Yeah.
It's kind of disgusting, dude.
Toki's not worth it though, right, Papi?
No, she's not, bro. Yeah, bro. Not for me, man. I'm gonna pull on this Kizuna Banner.
Oh wait, and if she is Psy, then that means Straw Hat Pirates.
Shit, hold on. Straw Hat Pirates I start popping off too.
Damn.
And they've got a lot of utility in their special as well. We might have the first ever one team versus all content.
What's the best color in Treasure Cruise and why is it Psy?
Well, at least we all know it's not Dex, because Dex doesn't exist, so it's fine.
Yep.
That's kind of rude to KFL, you know.
Oh, shit, sorry about that. Fuck, Godot's here. Shit. No way, Godot, you still here? Hold on, not down. Alright.
I was also gonna say, and in the case that if you didn't want to use Roger and you were using double Yamato, if she was Psy, you could bring the new Shirahoshi Mancherry.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good point.
Shit, hold on. Fuck, man. This is
too good. This is too good, man.
And Shanks crew.
And Shanks,
and if she's still a striker captain, then it would work perfectly with Shirahoshi Mancherry.
Yep. Yeah, and if she boosts striker, she bring on VV Becca for the swap. V2.
Oh no, my god.
Oh.
Alright, we need to calm down, bro. We're giving
this too much. This unit's gonna be the best unit in the game.
Don't forget her.
Go for it.
Don't forget her Pirate Rumble abilities too. Like,
let's get into those real quick. So she is on a 28 CT cooldown. Her special at level 10 is 100% chance to half the stats of enemies in a medium range for 20 seconds. 4.5x carries attack in damage to 2 enemies. Level 7 attack down to enemies in a large range for 10 seconds. Her ability is level 5 attack up to in allies when damage has been dealt. Then for a max of 5 times, level 2 increase attack of in allies. So essentially, if you take damage, or she takes damage, you increase int attack by 2 levels to a maximum of plus 10, essentially. Her resistance is she's immune to movement seal, and she reduces 30% of incoming damage to Psy. Oh.
4.5 to 2, and then also inflicts attack down.
4.5 is the highest multiplier we've seen as well.
It halves the stats first, then it does the damage as well. Like, oh, dude.
It halves the stats for 20 seconds, and she's on a 28 CT, right?
Yeah.
And then it does a level 7 attack down on top of the half stats.
Yeah.
To a large range too. So, like, you guys, like, if you're playing PvP right now and you verse Moria in PvP, you're fucked. Because Moria's stat halving is so annoying. I skip Moria every time. This unit, 100% chance to half stats in a medium range. And she attacks nearby enemies as her targets. So when she goes in, so no matter what when she's attacking, she's going to be up close to a lot of enemies. So a medium range could, in theory, be the whole fucking team. Like, come on. What are we doing, man? Like, she's so good in PvP. And then her ability's busted. Her ability's actually broken. Like, it's insane how strong her ability is. Level 5 attack up is really good, and if she gets hit, it's just plus 2 attack, plus 2 attack, plus 2 attack. And she's going to get hit a lot too. Because there are a lot of specials that target everyone, or that target a large range, or that, you know, that will target the highest attack or the highest whatever it is, right? So she's gonna get hit a lot, and you're gonna frequently get an extra plus 10 attack to int. Come on.
Well, that's the thing as well, is like with instant PvP, they don't have that many units that hit incredibly hard. They've got like a lot of defensive style units and characters that do some fixed damage and a little bit of damage. But yeah, this is the first like unit that I remember that's being like ridiculously hard hitting. You know, like quick you got like
What do you
Tiger.
mean?
What do you mean?
You forgot PFP Smoker?
Bruh. Come on, son. Who the fuck is that? But like, from the videos that I've seen so far, 4.5x carries attack, minimum 10-15k damage. Minimum. Which is an instant KO. Instant, like, it's an instant kill. And like you were mentioning, because she halves the stats before she attacks, even if they have like 15 defense, that gets binked down to like 7 or 8, and you're going to do 4.5x, you're going to kill. It's literally like such an assassin-minded, like, special.
If it was only like 2 times attack, people wouldn't care as much.
She wouldn't be as good. She would not be as good.
But 4.5 is a ridiculous number, dude. What the hell?
Imagine you bring Moria and her in the same team.
Oh my god.
Moria halves, Yamato halves.
I don't know, can they stack? I assume they don't.
I think they can.
I don't think they will.
Oh, they don't? Oh, fuck. Imagine if they
I don't think they will.
Maybe it's too broken.
If they do, though, that's dumb. Like, that's actually stupid.
I'd believe Godot. That guy's a nerd.
Haven't people like already like tested it?
Probably. I haven't seen enough. But all I've seen is that when she binks that 4.5x attack, that's a kill.
Die.
It's a death. It's minimum like 10-15k.
It's literally One Punch Man.
Remember when Remember when people used to like record PvP vids and get gas when you used to do like 8k damage?
Yeah.
Like, this unit will do 10k minimum. Easy. Free. Like, it's...
Oh, yeah, but in PvP, you have to get the character rainbow to the highest possible stats, so you gotta pull last tap.
Oh, shit.
Let's go.
He's right. We're fucked.
Flame's happy.
Flame is... He's coming back. Flame's coming back for Yamato release. Just you wait. Yeah, she's busted. Immune to movement seal, pretty good too, especially because of her attack style is attacking nearby enemies. Reducing 30% of incoming damage from Psy. Psy, again, is a very powerful color in PvP. Reducing that incoming damage is fantastic. Yeah, she's really good.
Yeah.
Crazy. Anything else in Yamato? I don't really think
yeah, so when you guys were doing all that PvP stuff, I was doing a little research.
Here we go.
If 6+ Yamato is free spirit, she will also have access to Sabo Ace's super swap for 2.25 color affinity boost.
Oh my gosh.
On top of that, if you use her with Toki, that means you can also use the brand new Summer Vivi and get a 3.7 or boost on Yamato.
You're so right.
Oh my god.
With a Wano slot, by the way.
With a Wano. That's like that's basically a 4x orb boost, pretty much.
This is not right. This is not right, man.
Well, it's gonna be interesting to see what her super.
Now, just make her final tap become super effective.
Okay, relax. Relax. Talking to me. That's what they should have done as the level 5. Instead of changed to Wano orb.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The first character with final tap that becomes rainbow is probably the one I'd want to max out first, so long as the unit's good.
Imagine the unit's dick. It's just like, oh, by the way. Just as a quick tidbit, it has been, I guess, confirmed, but will still be tinfoil hatting a little bit, that it is a Psy skull that you need to super evolve Yamato. So I guess we can kind of assume that it's going to be a Psy unit.
It should be. And
also, it's only one copy of the skull, which is pretty interesting. Because that's a throwback to like OG Super Evolutions, you know? Before we started getting specific skulls to super evolve and such.
Yeah, remember when ambushes were a thing you had to do?
Okay, well then I'm going to throw this out as well. There's been a lot of like people talking about like, obviously because it's technically it's going to be an upgrade, but because her color's going to change, is technically a side grade because you have 2 colors, potentially 2 different classes or whatever it is.
Okay.
Are you guys in the camp that it's okay to because it's only one skull that you can just unevolve and re-evolve her whenever you need to? Or are you guys against that? Or how do you guys feel about her 6+ in general being a completely different color? And like, what are the connotations behind that?
I got this. So I fucking hate that shit. I did that shit when fucking TSO got his 6+. I bought the 2 fucking blue skull and the yellow skull, and I did that shit. I would unevolve it, re-evolve it. That was the worst shit of all time. I would never do that ever again. If I was playing Treasure Cruise, no, I'm not doing that shit. I would rather pull 2 copies and call it a day. That shit's annoying as hell.
The thing is, bro, I'm in the exact same boat, because when people were arguing to me that, oh, it's only one skull, therefore you can unevolve. But you do realize that, like, if you don't have a stockade of skulls, every skull is 10k ray points. And not every player is stacked on ray points, you know? Like, they aren't? Yeah, surprise, Todd. You know, they're not doing 35 multis on this last tap Sugofest. Or if you're Godot, you're gonna walk away with 15 multis and nothing and have just a bunch of ray points to spare, you know?
Oh no.
So like, that's where my concern lies. It's because we have to remember that while we're talking about it from, like, you know, like what Knight said, he had the means to unevolve and re-evolve TSL to Gear 4, right? But not every player is going to be able to do that. You know? So, like, I don't think that that's a fair argument that, okay, while she's only one skull to super evolve, I feel like it's kind of a dick move to have a final tap unit and then 6+ them into a different color.
Yeah, no, I was gonna comment on it. Yeah, that's garbage, to be honest, especially for the fact that it's like when the new one comes out, like, obviously everyone's gonna want to use that one because it's gonna be without the mask. But the original one, it's not like she sucks. Like, she's literally like 1 or 2 best units in the game, and you know, you'll have people say the argument, oh, you don't need last tap. It's like, it's not required, but it's still good. Like, it boosts the unit's damage. Like, it's not like it does shit. Like, it's not like you don't want it. And if they do make a side grade of it, technically you need to pull, you know,
minimum plus 2 copies. Minimum 2.
And then if you wanted all the last taps, you need like 8 copies, 9 copies?
10 total. If you wanted to min-max, you could get 4. Oh, sorry, 8 total. 4 level 4 last up on each, because then you don't get the 1 slot. But again, that's just being pedantic at that point. But if in the hypothetical, you wanted to have 2 versions of the unit, 6 and 6+, and have max last on each, you need 10 fucking copies of the character.
Yeah, it's such like a scummy move by them.
I don't understand.
It's just inconvenient as well to like unevolve. So like, say you want to do like the garb challenges and you only have like an hour or like a couple hours to do it. So you're telling me if I want to use Yamato, I have to evolve her, beat her with Sai, unevolve her, beat her with it, and then the next day, say there's like some content, it's like, oh, I want to use it with like, I don't know, that's just really annoying to me. I would rather just have 2 copies at that point.
Right. And then what if your friends don't have the one you need up, then you gotta tell them, yo, unevolve your Yamato.
Hell no. I'm definitely in the camp where it's like, if Yamato is like, if it's like, obviously it's a different color, which I think we're pretty confirmed on that. But if it's also different classes, I don't care. I'm just gonna have 6+ Yamato and move on. Oh, but Papi, what about the int PvP team? Fuck the int PvP team. My homies use the side PvP team now, because you know she's gonna be busted for the side team. So it doesn't make a difference. Like, I'm just not gonna use int.
Honestly, on a positive note, I feel like if she, like, you know, if she is Sai, she is free spirit and all that other stuff we were talking about, I think that also kind of pushes the argument for being the number 1 unit in the game, because
I'd agree.
She's gonna have literally both of those units. Like, she's like a versus unit in her own.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be too much.
Especially if they make her so different. Not so different, but like like are pretty different. Also because like especially like alone changing a color in 2 classes in itself is a lot of a change. Because you have a completely like Flame was railing off characters. Like the Int Yamato can't do that. Or doesn't have access to a lot of those units in the first place. So having her change a color and 2 classes, potentially let's say 1 class to be safe. That's a completely different spectrum of characters, a completely different spectrum of team building. So like, I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of this immediate 6+ bullshit. Bullet was fine because Bullet didn't change much. His color and his classes stayed the same, I believe. He just got more powerful. But if they're really going to change Yamato with her color and her classes, and it's not even just that. If she was a regular legend and they did this, whatever. You can pull her again later. But just the fact she's a final tap legend, and not only a final tap legend, she's a Super Sugofest exclusive legend of that too. By the time you get another chance to pull another Yamato, God forbid there could be a better legend that comes out. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Another good thing about the 6+ though is we can finally have the ink effect.
Oh shit! True.
Yeah, because 6-star doesn't have it.
Which is again really weird, but I guess they're holding off.
Imagine not having an ink effect.
Could be Yamato.
No 5-star Yamato. Like,
yeah. Also on like, that, sorry, go. Sorry, yeah.
Like we have the Straw Hats with the only 6-star. They only have a 6-star, and Yamato only has 6-star. Why are they only having 6 stars instead of 5 stars?
I was gonna ask, how do you guys feel about Yamato being only a 6-star unit too?
Yeah, that shit lame.
It makes the rate for them harder to get.
I don't think it did it?
No, I think it's still equal, but I feel like irrespective of it being equal, just like the psychology behind it though, because if you know you can pull a 5-star or a 6-star version, it's a lot easier because there's 2 potential things in the pool that you can roll, if that makes sense. Like you can roll the 5-star, the 6-star, or with rare recruits as well. That's a better example. You could roll the 4-star, which is more common, or the 5-star, which is less common, but you had 2 rolls every time a poster came up that you could hit. Whereas with only a 6-star version for Yamato, for example, you can't roll the 5-star or 6-star dice. You can only roll the 6-star dice. So like, you know, in a way, it's less of a chance to pull the unit because there's less rolls for you to go about. At least I don't know how the back end system works for the.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but like, if it's the same rate, does that matter?
In theory, it shouldn't matter, but I feel like at the same time, the way that like a poster works, like, I feel like the way the poster works is the poster has a chance to be red. If the poster is red, it rolls a 6-star, or at least my assumption would be it rolls in the 6-star or the 5-star pool. If it rolls the 5-star pool, it does that. If it rolls the 6-star pool, it does that. Like, that would be my
The way that I thought of it is that it would just be, as soon as you click to do a pull, it automatically generates randomly what character it will be, and then from what character it is, it'll show either a red poster or a gold poster or a secret red. That's the way that I thought about it, which would mean that it wouldn't matter if it had a 5 and a 6-star, but again, we don't know. We're not programmers for this team.
Yeah, so exactly. I don't know. The reason why I argue that it's probably harder is just like looking at rare recruits in general now, and how hard rare recruits are to pull because it's only a 5-star. So I would potentially lean more towards that when a poster pops up, it might pick the 4-star pool or the 5-star pool.
That's still one of the worst changes that they've ever made, to be honest.
Yeah, not really.
Like, I understand that, like, maybe it's like extra work for the team, but like legit, I don't really give a shit if the character's the same sprite and same special animation. That's perfectly fine. They can just have 2 separate artworks and just make a 4-star that's super easy to pull, comparing to the 5-star, and that's all we need. Like, it's just, I hate it.
I mean, it doesn't, like, I don't think it's that much more work. How much time you genuinely save? They can
literally have a stick figure as the artwork for the 4-star.
I could care less. Just like, make the 4-star or make the 5-star for a legend exist too. But
I'll make the artwork for the 5-star.
Let's go. It's time. All right. Anything else on Yamato?
Fantastic unit.
Out of 10?
10.
Pretty close to a 10, yeah.
I'd say about a 10. Maybe like 9.8 if we're being nitpicky. Godot, what do you think out of 10?
Definitely 10. She's
10?
pretty perfect, but yeah.
You can nitpick the little things.
Yeah.
On the overall, she's perfect pretty much. And Knight?
0.5.
9.5.
I said 10.5.
Okay, 10. I said 9.5.
Oh.
Okay. Alongside Yamato's release, we had the release of Legend.
By the way, there's another legend.
By the way, even though we've been talking about Yamato for the last 25 minutes, there's another legend that released, the Ulti and Page 1 dual unit. So this is the
Let's go.
This is the first dual unit to release since a Sabo. So everyone was kind of concerned if they were going to have Super Swap or not. Thankfully enough, they do.
Mm-hmm.
So Ulti Page 1 is, when they're combined, they're a driven powerhouse unit.
They're always driven powerhouse.
Always driven. Okay, well, that's perfect then. So I'm just going to read their combined special. So their combined captain. Boost the attack of driven and powerhouse characters by 4.75. By 5x if they have a matching slot. Makes Dex, Quick Recovery, and Tandem Orbs count as matching. Deals 500x their attack in own type damage to all enemies at the end of the turn. And if a strong enemy is present, reduces damage received by 30%. Their special is deals 300x their attack in typeless damage to all enemies. Changes all orbs to matching. Completely removes target lock debuff. Becomes Ultimate Page 1 for 3 turns. If the captain is driven or powerhouse, applies this strong enemy status onto enemies with 10 million HP or more, which ignores debuff protection, and boosts the attack against strong enemies by 2.25x for 1 turn. Their swap removes paralysis on themselves completely and changes their own slot into matching, and then sets the initial chain to 1.6x, which caps out 35x. So again, akin to like 1.0 Law Special. This is chain boundary. And their super swap, which requires you to do 6 swaps, removes paralysis on themselves, changes own slot to matching, and sets the initial chain to 2.5x, 35x cap, and for 2 turns that is.
Wow. Okay.
Also digest here.
Man, one thing, I hate the captain effect. I think it's terrible. Well, I mean, it's not bad. You can use it, but I don't like it. I would never use them as a captain.
This is not a captain.
I think that strong enemy status damage reduction is the most redundant thing ever, especially where they're solo captains.
Oh man, you're so true. Like that it is so dumb. Yeah, if there's a powerful enemy, receive damage taken, but like that's literally the turn you're using their special to kill them.
I'm not trying to take damage. I'm just not. Like, you know.
Like, that should just be a flat damage reduction all the time.
Imagine, if their kit was just 30% damage reduction, like, period, instead of, like, if it's a strong enemy, that'd be really sick. They'd be a lot more powerful, I feel like. But, like, yeah, to even get their combined captain, you need to use their special. So, I don't know. It's kind of weird. But,
Also, there... Oh, my bad.
No, go for it, man.
I was just gonna say, like, they're, like... base forms are also pretty weak. They're like 4x or something. Like
4x
nowadays,
yeah,
it's kind of trash.
So ultis are 4x, and then you get 4.5 with the matching slot, which is kind of weird, kind of crazy. But for at least for a dual unit that is. And then page 1 is 4.25x always. So it's kind of weird. I don't like how they do this.
Yeah.
Where like each form has different boosts and different this and it's also like I guess it might have been changed. So like they both make recovery and tandem matching as solo captains, but only as a combined captain they make Dex quick recovery and tandem matching.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, I was literally about to say that.
Yeah, it's just such a weird thing to do.
Like they should have one of them should have made quick and the other should have made Dex because it would have gave you more options. And then, as far as the damage reduction thing, that's the same reason that I think Katakuri sucks, because you literally don't have your damage reduction until you're under that threshold, or for them at least, you don't have anything until you're versing an enemy with the effect.
Yeah,
I think another useless thing that I've found with, at least from my experience, any dual unit that has a switch effect that removes paralysis on themselves is completely useless. That is such a useless effect. Like, literally could have been anything else, and it would have been better.
Imagine if it reduced, like, a turn of paralysis on all
Yeah, that would have been so good.
That would have been so valuable.
And then their super swap removed like 3 turns or something like that when you used it. Or like,
that'd be god tier.
Not like, because I think if you removed it completely, it would be absolutely broken. But if you made it like 3 turns, where like maybe you could have like sailor abilities that reduced 1 turn, another unit had a sailor ability that just run, and then you know what I mean? Like you could get around paralysis, but I completely agree. Like I'm not trying to tap with this unit themselves. I don't care. Like it doesn't benefit anyone.
I mean, technically you can kind of cheese it where like on the last stage, if everyone's like under paralysis, you can use 2 switch effects. Both are removed, and then you got chain boundary to guarantee a decent chain when you attack. Like, I guess, but that's like so situational and niche.
I just feel like I'd much rather just bring a support that removes like some paralysis.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
it's
all right. Well, their special is really good in my opinion.
Yeah, their special is the best part about. Oh, actually, the switch effect's probably the best thing.
Also, I do like at the end for their captain. Sorry, I do like at the end of their turn they deal 500x attack in their
like the Kaido effect.
So it's cool because they are an ulti page 1 form for 3 turns. So like you can get through like stage 4 and then go to stage 5 with them as ulti page 1 anyway. And I guess I think it works for getting around resilience too. Yep. So like it's pretty cool with that part there. Otherwise, the captain is kind of average. But I feel like you're using this unit more so for their special. So
you'd rather use Moria captain than use these guys as a sub.
Yeah, I'd agree. Mm-hmm. So you got obviously you have damage, which is cool because again it gives you access to supports that require damage, dealing, all orbs to matching. I think that doesn't include block orbs.
Yeah, no block.
So just colored orbs and like tandem. I think
that's why I use Yamato.
Well, I guess that's the whole point. They completely here's interesting. Completely removes target lock debuff. Does that appeal to any of you guys at all? Do you guys care? How do you guys feel about that?
When was the last time you actually had that debuff?
That's what I was saying, man.
It's like who asked for this?
I'm not mentioning names, but somebody in the Subreddit Discord was gassed that this removed this was a thing. And I'm like, please tell me the last time this was necessary. It's never necessary at that too. I've never seen a single point where I'm like, oh shit, if there wasn't target lock, I could win.
The Alliance Kizuna versus Boa.
Oh, I could kill the fodder units before I damage the boss. So I can do more I can do less damage to the boss, you know what I'm saying? Bro, relax. Just bring fucking Kid last tap gets through it. Like, what are you talking about?
There's also a driven unit, which works with these guys.
Exactly. Again, becoming ulti page on 3 turns is cool. I like when like the dual unit does it for 3 turns. You can get through stage 4 to stage 5. Here's the interesting part. So we have a new quote-unquote enemy status or like whatever it is, the strong enemy. So the strong enemy status is given to enemies that have 10 million HP or more. And the crazy part about their special is that it ignores debuff protection and immunity.
Yeah.
And it boosts the attack 2.25x. So you have a self-proccing conditional that goes through immunity that's 2.25x. The highest conditional boost in the game, it's self-proccing and it goes through immunity.
Here we go. Final tap law.
Shut up, talking to me. God damn it, he's right. But yeah, that's busted. That part of their special is absolutely broken.
It reminds me a lot of Mihawk Perona in a way.
Yeah, you're
right.
Yeah.
Because they were really good because, like, it's basically just a free 2x. You chuck them on any team. It's a free 2x boost.
So long as there's more than one enemy on the field, it's guaranteed, which is pretty cool.
But this obviously this requires 10 million HP, but I feel like a lot of the time, I think this unit is
fine.
Is fine, because like a lot of the time Conjure's gonna have more than 10 million HP, but like...
No, that's it. They're gonna start making bosses that have like absurd debuffs, but make them like 9 million HP or something.
It's like wasn't Arena Shinobu like 8 million HP?
What was?
Sorry, Arena Shinobu.
Like the final boss? No, the final boss are like 50 million.
Shinobu?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I thought Shinobu
like the one that just came out, the one that's out right now on level. Yeah, the final boss is like 50 million.
What? That's legit like 4. I swear to God. What am I doing? All right.
You're using a pretty good team.
I
Then.
got a fucking cracking ass team. I was doing bits. I was melted. Anyway, for me, Ulti Page 1 is now like I have a spare slot in my Kizuna team, and I need more damage. I bring Ulti Page 1.
Yeah.
I feel like because previously I felt like that slot was for like V2 Big Mum, because V2 Big Mum obviously had the chain lock, and then she had the like base attack boost. But I feel like Ulti Page 1 being a self-proccing conditional boost that goes to immunity is so valuable when it comes to like trying to do as much damage as possible on the Kizuna.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, because the fact that, enemies in Kizuna typically have that full immunity.
Exactly.
So this just gives you that free damage that you wouldn't have otherwise. Yeah.
Plus, I think you alluded to it, Todd, which I probably think is the best part of them, their super swap, or their swap in general.
Oh, yeah.
Free
damage.
Chain boundary to 1.6 on their regular swap is really good. But then on their super swap to 2.5, oh my days.
Oh, that's the thing. In Kizuna, getting 6 swaps is kind of hard.
Well, because you can store 4 turns on the turtle, right?
Because even getting a Sabo super swap, I think, was pretty hard. And that was 4.
That's true.
So this one might be a bit more difficult. But yeah, it is good if you get it to launch, that's for damn sure. Like, basically, one or more special.
Okay.
Yeah, just bring Usopp, bro. Delayed through immunity. Delayed through immunity, Pog.
Yeah.
I would, if I was to nitpick, yeah, go for it.
Oh, yeah, just another thing as well is that you only get the effect to activate if your captain is Driven or Powerhouse, so you can't really put it on any team.
That's true.
But Driven Powerhouse is pretty easy to fulfill these days.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 6+. Not gonna happen.
Well, actually, yeah, because of the 6+, it kind of has to be Powerhouse or Driven still, right?
Potentially, unless they don't give a fuck about Ulti Page 1.
Free Spirit Driven? Free Spirit Powerhouse?
Free Spirit Driven, I'd be down. Make it that. That'd be pretty cool.
3 classes.
Oh
Free Spirit
shit, let's
Free
go.
classes, oh no.
The first of its kind.
Oh shit.
If I was to nitpick, I would agree. I think the super swap being 6 turns is kind of lame. Like, it's pretty lame.
Yeah.
But, otherwise, they're a solid unit.
Yep, I love them.
I think they're really good. Go for it. Fine.
I have a nitpick.
Go for it.
I don't like the condition, like the 10 million shit. Because, like, yeah, like in most cases you can use it. But there are a lot of times, like, for example, like you can run into Garb challenges, and like a lot of those Garb challenge bosses and stuff don't have 10 million HP.
That's true.
And you won't be able to use it on there and stuff.
Yeah, that's completely true.
Yeah, good call.
There's gonna be a new special that comes out that gives the boss more HP.
So you'd have... Oh my god.
Overheals the bosses.
Oh!
Oh, damn.
Overheals the boss.
Oh, wait. I wonder if HP barriers count towards
That's what
HP.
I was thinking, too.
Probably not.
They probably don't, but, like, imagine overhealing the boss so it has more than 10 mil, and then he's like, I'm gonna pull up. Fuck with it.
Sanji's gonna make Big Mom a wedding cake.
Oh, shit.
It's over, dude.
He's gonna eat Big Mom's wedding cake. Anyway.
Oh my god, hello? What?
Anyway.
What is
Which
that?
podcast is this?
it's after hours.
Big Mom gonna get the gums out.
Yes, sir.
Their PvP kit's pretty decent. I mean, it's kind of annoying because they boost Driven and Powerhouse, which is like, I mean, mainly Driven.
So you use like Fire Tank Pirates and
so like you're just gonna try to run some sort of like some sort of dual unit team that's like all Driven. Which you can
that's
still
the thing
do,
about dual units. Dual units are kind of like annoying in PvP because of the way that they're built. Yeah.
I don't know.
But at least they usually give dual units like pretty crazy abilities in PvP because they're not colors. So they try and make them really crazy. Yeah,
level 5 crit up, rate up for Driven for 20 seconds, 2.5 times carries attack and damage to enemies in a side with large range, 2 times carries attack and damage to Powerhouse enemies. So it's pretty interesting, the Powerhouse, extra damage to Powerhouse. Driven allies, level 5 knockback rate up, level 5 crit rate up, level 7 attack up to allies. Is Legend Kuma Driven?
He's Powerhouse, I think.
Fuck.
I forgot he came out.
No, because I was gonna say
Legend who?
Because isn't one of Kuma's abilities, like if you knock back an enemy, you get like the extra attack boost or whatever.
Yeah.
Because
if he, 3 times.
Because
yeah,
if he was
3.
driven, and you run him with this unit, it would have been kind of pog. But no, fuck you. Kuma still sucks dick. And then immune to special seal and reduces damage from powerhouse enemies. So pretty good, pretty decent. But again,
right. Use it with fire tank pirates.
Yeah, exactly. You can still run that. You can run that jabroni like. You can either run like a full powerhouse team, or you can run like a dual unit kind of team. So either way, it kind of works. Not much else on this unit, I suppose. Anything else you guys want to mention?
Do they actually have any good supports like that you can put on them?
What is it? They don't have a support. I was gonna say, what is their support? Dual unit.
Like page 1. Does page 1 have any? Because page 1's been out for a while, so I know that there might be some page 1 units.
Maybe it's like Kaido's work on him.
They are damage dealing, which is good. You love to see that, but
quick damage dealing things.
Oh, there's that Dex Riku Drake for chain.
Oh yeah, good call.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, because they do damage, so you can use like Smoker if you're running a quick team.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh, also you could use Super Type Zora for Dex or Boost.
Still don't have him. Sad. Feels bad, man.
Oh really?
Yep.
I don't need. Sucks
him.
for you.
I got fucking law.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Out of 10, Ulti page 1.
8.75.
10 out of 10 for Kizuna. I think she's 10 out of 10 for Kizuna.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Everything else, maybe like a 8.5 out of 10. Probably.
I'm gonna say 7.5 for me.
Oof.
I'm pretty underwhelmed about them. I think their special's really good. I think everything else about them's kind of alright.
I want to give them a higher rating, but I think I'm gonna give them a 9. The reason why I'm giving them a 9 is because in the situations where they could be brought, they're like pretty much the best option.
Yeah, I agree.
But they have their downfalls where they're not worth bringing.
And Knight, what do you think?
I'd say like a 8.5 or a Ulti out of 10.
Ulti out of 10, like there you go.
Oh yeah, I have to mention this, dude. That I think that they have a really good special animation, and dude, that like scream they do when they attack is
loud.
insane.
Oh yeah,
they're very loud.
They need to balance that audio real quick. Anything interesting from the rare recruits? I think the Black Maria is the best rare recruit I've heard.
Yeah, she's like utility.
5 turns of special bind, 5 turns of defense up, % damage reduction on enemies, and she boosts color affinity for driven cerebral by 1.75. Pretty decent. I know the Who's Who and the Kawasaki, they change adjacent orbs, so that's kind of a workaround for Yamato, because they'll change the adjacent orbs to matching. You can use Yamato to get a full board of Wano.
One's an orb booster, one's an attack booster.
Kawasaki orb and Who's Who. Actually, like all these recruits are good, mind you.
They're fine.
Who's Who? 5 turns of despair and paralysis. So fuck off. Ulti page 1 swap. And then attack boost. 2x attack boost is really good. Like we said, Black Maria's one, and then Kawasaki is 5 turns of threshold and resilience. And then 2-turn orb boost for driven powerhouse.
I really like the free to play X Drake.
Yep.
He's got double special and he reduces cooldowns of Striker and Powerhouse by 1. So you can get literally 2 turns upon activation. Plus he has special rewind resistance and he's a barrier removal.
God tier.
So he's a pretty good free to play unit.
Shout out Stump who did pulls for this X Drake. I hope he's gonna get him soon. Maybe one day, buddy.
You know what? They need to do a Legend X Drake at some point.
Yeah. I
mean, we've got his ship in the game. The Liberal Hind is his ship.
One of the most goated ships too.
Yeah. So I mean, when he comes out, he's gonna be what, Psy Striker or something?
Imagine if he's not Psy. The audacity.
That would be dog shit.
The audacity if he comes out, he's not Psy. Like, fuck him.
Typically, they like to make the units work with their ship on their first release.
That's
typically. True. Like, even when Legend Mori released, he's an int captain, works well with the Thriller Bark ship.
That's true, actually. You're 100% right.
So, I think if they're gonna do it, he should be a Psy striker unit in some
Fuck him, make him
capacity.
Dex. Why not?
Shit.
All right.
That would be awful.
Well, now we can pretty much run down the rest of this news. There was a Pirate Alliance Blitz battle on the JP version. Pretty akin to the old days of Blitz, because this Blitz lasted for 2 days.
Oh man, can't
wow.
wait for that.
Oh.
Imagine that. You guys remember the days where Blitz was 48 hours? But yeah, so this Pirate Alliance Blitz lasted 2 days. It was a point-based Blitz again. So like take it with a grain of salt, but I think it's pretty cool that it was a 2-day Blitz. It was a Pirate Alliance Blitz, so it's basically pretty similar to how the Pirate Alliance Kizunas work, where you have a Pirate Alliance rank and then you also have an individual rank. First place got, for the Alliance, that is, first place Alliance got 2 last year Legend tickets, 2.5 mil bounty, and 30 gems. And then the individual ranking first place got 3 last year Legend tickets, 5 gold keys, 2.5 mil bounty, 200 gems, limited title, and 5 absolute manuals, which is redundant because we have a manual island every day. That's a lot of fucking tickets, man. A lot of gems too. 200 gems for 2-day Blitz.
Pretty lit.
Not bad. What are we saying? Top 1,000 is 40 gems. No.
And another thing as well is like the fact that with this meat update, we basically like rarely spend gems for stamina these days either. So it's a lot more profit.
If people are arguing, I guess you can save your stamina meat for this event because it's. But then again, you can. Yeah, I mean that's what I didn't get as well. So many people were like, save your stamina meats for this event. I'm like, you realize that you can still use gems to refill your stamina. Like that hasn't changed. Yeah. So you're sitting there saving your stamina meats. I'm just popping gems. Fuck you. So, well, I guess we'll see how that goes. I think it's still pretty cool though. The highest point boosted units were Yamato and Page 1 Ulti, and obviously the rare recruits and the free X Drake. And then a lot of the last tap stuff and a lot of Onigashima characters were boosted as well. So there's a lot of flexibility to build teams here, which is pretty cool. Again, 2-day Blitz, I think that's really neat. We haven't had that in a long time, so shout out to that. And obviously the first Pirate Alliance Blitz battle. So is Pirate Alliance TM on the horizon? We'll see. Never know, right? Speaking of Pirate Alliance content, I think it's more or less confirmed now. The new Olin. So we have a Pirate Alliance Kizuna coming up with the Super Boss. That being the new Olin with the 4 rare recruits being the Robin, Frankie, Chopper, and Usopp. I think we mentioned it earlier, but all of them are going to be 5X captains. There is a token island for the event too. Pretty interesting there. And I think we mentioned the Kizuna Banner, which I would personally say is pretty pog Kizuna Banner.
Yeah, one of the better ones.
You're looking at some pretty good units there. All the Kizuna legends and some pretty decent legends there too. The new Lucci as well, which is actually still a very new legend at that too, is on the banner as well. So you have a pretty good chance to pull some new stuff. I'd be pulling on this banner and skipping Toki's banner. Because Toki's banner wasn't a Pirate Alliance like Super Boss Kizuna. But this banner is, so...
Oh, okay. Yeah, makes sense.
That's where my head would be at. Plus, if the Kizuna boosters are 5X captains as well, it'd be pretty nice to pick up one of those units to roll with too. I mean, you're going to have Yamato either way. But, we'll see if these units boost... if they boost Super Boss tokens. But again, we'll wait and see there. Also, we had the TM Onigashima Luffy come out too. And that was, I believe this is the first time we've had 4 TM boosters.
Yeah, crazy.
What about when Sanji dropped?
Yeah, you're right, I think.
Yeah.
Still fucking crazy.
That's a lot.
4 TM boosters is a lot.
A full boosted team, yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Are they actually pretty? I think they're pretty decent rare recruits outside.
Are they in such a way where they're like the other batch when Sanji came out, where like they're only pullable on treasure map Sugos? That kind of thing, like they're reoccurring.
I don't know, but I would believe.
I would assume so.
Yes, because I think they are considered TM rare recruits anyway.
Yeah.
So I guess they're only one and done, which is kind of lame because all of their specials are actually like kind of decent.
But don't they all have like those stupid supports that only remove like a debuff by like 1?
Yeah, Zoro removes Despair by 1 turn and Barrier by 1 turn, which is actually pretty good.
Yeah, not many barrier removers.
Sanjir locks orbs and removes 1 turn of Resilience. Brook, he is the worst one. He reduces damage received by 40%.
Oh no, Nami's is the worst one.
And changes general matching. And then Nami, she bro, this is so dumb. Oh my god. Once per adventure, when you're inflicted with the burn or bind, recovers 5,000 HP.
Yep.
Why? It's like,
bro, what?
That's so good.
Yep.
Oh, you're binded? Oh, you can't attack? I'll just heal. It's fine.
Sorry about that. Here's some health. Hey, good luck.
Actually, one thing that's pretty interesting is that they all support Kinemon. So maybe a Kinemon legend or
that's a good pickup there.
Because when was the last Kinemon we had?
In general?
Yeah.
Fuck.
A treasure map rare recruit?
That's what I would say. Probably a treasure map rare recruit of some sort.
Yeah, the one for
Kizuna class.
Kaido. Oh.
Apparently it came out when King and Queen came out.
Oh, okay. I also think that
because the artwork is when he was when he tried to kill Kanjuro on the boat.
Right.
Which is when that Kanjuro rare recruit came out. Which is
the one that has 25 turn cooldown.
Oh yeah.
The TM Luffy reduces special bind, attack down, and blindness by 5 turns. Changes block orbs to matching, and for 1 turn is a rainbow 2x attack boost. So pretty decent. His captain ability also 3.25x to all units, 1.2x HP, and he resists 1 turn of special bind.
Wait, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Hang on. So many other like treasure map units that have come out recently have been like 3.75 captains.
He's 3.25. But Todd, he reduces 1 turn of special bind. If you bring 2 of him, it's 2 turns.
It should have just been like his color and the 2 classes by like 3.5 minimum.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Because have you seen the free-to-play Linlin? I'm sure we'll discuss it, but oh my god, that free-to-play Linlin is crazy.
She's cracked.
Yeah, she's busted.
There's also a point reward Jimbo, so make sure you... I think you need like 2.4 million points or 2.7 million points to have all the materials to max him, so make sure you do all that kind of stuff. What Todd mentioned... Good. Yeah, he's actually pretty decent too.
Wow.
All slots to character's current slot, locks all slots for 1 turn, 5 turns of decreased chain growth, or reduced 5 turns of decreased chain growth. For 1 turn, greatly reduces the defense of enemies, and for 1 turn, increases damage to enemies inflicted with defense down by 1%. 5.
Good.
So self-prog conditional, matching orbs, or not matching orbs, but orb change, lock slots, decreased chain. Yeah, cool, awesome, sweet. Linlin though.
Oh my god.
Fuck me.
You don't even need to talk about the 5-star. Just the 5-star plus is all you need.
So this is a Super Boss Gear mine. So again, pretty similar to Kuja Pirates, except this unit changes art with their 5+. Pretty cool, but their color and I think their classes stay the same too. So yeah. So her captain is int-driven powerhouse. Characters about 3.75x, HP about 1.5. Crew will treat recovery such Semler orbs as beneficial. Her special is she reduces 6 turns of special seal of the crew. She reduces 6 turns of % damage reduction on enemies. And then she changes block and recovery orbs to Semler orbs. And for 3 turns, she boosts int-driven and powerhouse characters by 2 turns. So 3-turn orb boost to int-driven and powerhouse.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And remember, Semler slots can't be changed.
Yep, and they're beneficial.
Yeah.
Yep, awesome. Yeah. Fuck.
Pretty fucking crazy.
For a free-to-play unit, really good.
Completely immune to special bind as well, so you don't know shenanigans regarding
that. There you go. Yeah, she's herself. And then she.
I mean, and if it was anything else, you can also have Sweet Commanders as a support on them too.
Oh shit, you're right.
Move more special bind.
But also, her other sailor ability, Driven and Powerhouse, will treat recovery and similar orbs as beneficial too.
That's
which
good.
Is pretty good too. She does have hunger, I think. No, she doesn't. Sorry, she has.
Oh, she did. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be busted. No, she doesn't. Never mind.
Great artwork.
Great artwork too. I really like her 5+ artwork. I reckon it looks really sick.
Yeah.
And then obviously we have a bunch of more Onigashima straw hats.
Yep. Got Robin, that artwork going crazy.
Bro, the Chopper and the Usopp isn't a dual unit. Fuck off, man. It should be a dual unit. They've been funny.
They're like, we need to fit all these straw hats. Let's just make one of them together. There we go.
So it is only 3 Kizuna boosters. I was gassing.
It's all good.
But yeah, a lot of units coming out. So many units. So
and I think, as you said earlier, that I think all the boosters for this Kizuna are 5x captains.
Which is really good too. So
yeah, so it doesn't matter which one you pull. Like, you can benefit off of it in some way.
I don't know. What do the units boost? Do they boost coins? Do they boost Super Boss tokens? Do they boost? Oh, here we go. The boosted captain abilities for this Kizuna Rare Recruit confirm that Kizuna will be a Super Boss Kizuna. Oh, I don't give a fuck. Using the Kizuna Rare Recruit increases ticket drops by 1.25x. Holy fuck. Actually, that's less than usual. Usually it's 1.3.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
And then Super Boss tokens by 1.2. So that's less than, I think that's less than Sabo Ace did. I think Sabo Ace was what, 1.4? I think it was.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's a little less. Again, it's because it's a Kizuna Rare Recruits. Keep that in mind. But you can run 3 of them. So or 4 if you run a friend captain too. So that's 1.2 times 1.2 times 1. I'm doing plussing. I can't think today. So you can boost your Super Boss tokens by 2.07x.
Wow.
And then your tickets will get pretty pumped. So that's pretty pog. They're pretty good. And all these units work with the Yamato. So again, obviously, Yamato, you bring these units, you wrap it up, basically call it a day.
I was gonna say, man, let's just get this elephant out of the room.
Yeah. Nice one, Flame. 6+ Jack. Cool. Anyway, moving on.
Bandai continuing the trend.
I have a question.
Go for it, Golf King.
What happened to Luffy Sanji? Weren't they supposed to?
Oh yeah, what happened with that?
So
was Jack also in the thing, or was it?
No, it was Hancock.
That's what I thought. No, wait, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was Hancock and Sanji Luffy.
Bro, I'm
so
mad.
They broke the trend.
I'm livid. That they figured it out. They're like, fuck, they know.
My theory is it's got something to do with just the Yamato release. I feel like it's something.
I think it's all the Onigashima, yada yada yada. We have a king and queen.
Yeah,
legend.
that makes sense.
We might as well get the Jack to look like, because the king and queen art. So the king, queen, and Jack art all looks the same now, more or less.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of why.
I mean, after seeing the 6+, I wish it was a V2.
I do hope that Luffy Sanji still gets a 6+ though. I really do hope. But also I think that the reason why Jack got a 6+ is because his skulls are picked up from the Kizuna, and the Kizuna's Onigashima themed and blah 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 blah. So like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that kind of makes sense. Anyway, -1 cooldown at the start of the adventure, 4x attack, 1.5 HP, 2x EXP. His HP cuts HP by 25% of all enemies that will ignore any defensive abilities. For 1 turn, chain lock to 3x, extends duration of % damage reduction, threshold damage reduction, end of turn damage, and end of turn healing on crew by 1 turn.
Yeah, look, Jack's special is not great. He's a pretty bad special. I think I would have preferred it if he extended those really weird buffs by 2 turns instead.
Yeah.
So that you could carry it over multiple rooms to make it somewhat worth running. But with a special like that, you don't need it.
Bullet's buff is 2 turns, right?
Yeah.
Imagine he was 2 turns, 4 turns. Oh my god. But even there, you have 3. I guess if you want to argue like, oh, Jack's good, I guess you can run Jack and then bullet and then get 3 turns of bullets, end of turn damage. But then NAO comes in and says hello. It's already over, so you kind of cry. Yeah. But yeah, he's bad. I don't know. He's just a shit 6+. Again, horrible.
Yeah, this is the real thing that we need to complain about. Like, it's so garbage that they do this every month.
Yeah,
like even the ones where like they're like decently good, like they shouldn't be decently good. Like these 6+s should come out and be like back into the meta.
Like the green Sabo that got that 6+, like that was really good.
Goat 6+.
That's what we're expecting. Like that's the level of 6+s we're expecting. Not this.
It's just very frustrating. It genuinely is very frustrating because, like what Flame said, the whole point of the 6+ system was to make units stronger, but I feel like no one's doing it. Jack is still an EXP captain. Nothing's changed. Like, you know, like, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. But again, it is what it is, really.
Yeah. He's an EXP captain at the end of the day, so you're not going to be using him for, like, actual hard content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's special still bad.
Yeah, and with 6+s, I always say, like when I ask people, like, I always mention, like, did they fix the problem for the reason I'm not bringing him? If no, then it's not a good 6+.
Yeah. Correct. That's a good way to think about it. Is that it in terms of content for this fortnight? I think so.
I think so.
Keep in mind, obviously, next episode we'll be discussing 6+ Yamato. Again, you know, we're recording this the day before it drops, so. Do a prediction. Yeah, what's our little prediction? We'll do a quick one for 6+
Sai.
Oh shit!
I got dead.
I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. Might be wrong.
Psy-free spirit powerhouse.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'd say
Psy-free.
Go for it. Go. Sorry. Go.
I'm going Psy-free spirit driven.
Ooh. I think Psy-free spirit striker.
Okay. Tandem orbs count as Wano in the captain.
And I think that, in the captain, I think that increases damage taken through immunity, and that's it.
Yo, you know what'd be crazy if they made the Sai Yamato get rid of a different debuff than bind, so you could run both.
No, that would have been crazy. That'd be fucking annoying. That's what that would be. That would actually be a kick in the teeth.
They change it to despair, so it's the exact same as. Oh no!
Make it so she removes 10 turns of threshold damage reduction.
Nah, screw removing debuffs on the outside. We're just gonna start removing your buffs instead. Screw that shit. Oh no.
Alright. Off to everyone's favorite segment. In other news, see, I remember this time, Nike, because you yelled at me last time. Global had the Ichiban Kuji collab banner error. The error consisted of 2 units that should have been on the banner were on the banner. And it was like a 30 gem compensation. So pretty sick for a pretty harmless error on the banner. So pretty pog there. The 2 units were the Wano themed Sabo and Luffy rare recruit, sorry. So again, pretty cool. Another error on Global was the race shop ticket error. This was the recent red ticket in the race shop, which actually ended up being just an every red possible ticket. Again, the compensation was a red ticket if you purchased this ticket already, so pretty good compensation.
Yeah, I got Sengoku from my recent red, pretty good.
Pog. Nice. I actually got KFL from my recent.
From mine.
I got KFL from my recent red, so it made it all aligned to have Godot on the episode. Pretty pog. Global will have had a maintenance for Law and Chopper, Super Swap. Has anyone checked that? Do they have Super Swap now?
Yeah, they do.
Okay, so there you go. They had a Super Swap maintenance for Super Swap for that. A lot of maintenances nowadays on OPTC, but I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Global players, Uso Hachi Limit Break expansion is available now, so make sure you go do that. I think he gets Fear, right, so pretty good. So go do that. And JP will be having another maintenance pretty soon, which again is going to be for the Yamato 6+ release. That's all the news.
Beautiful.
From everyone's favorite segment into everyone's real favorite segment, it's the Q&A.
Yes, sir.
As per usual, you can send us in questions to @GGP Podcast on Twitter or via our YouTube community tab. First question from @Curiel. They ask, Sir Godot, how does it feel to lose one news time battle with Curiel? How do you feel, Godot?
God damn it. Well, how I do my use time countdowns is that on iPhone at least, there's a clock app that's just on the home screen, so you can see like the minute hand and second hand as long as it's synced up. So what I always do is just have this phone sitting right here, seeing when that second hand hits that minute mark, then immediately pressing news time. Let's go. So if I lost, I'm gonna blame it all on Wi-Fi.
There you go.
Blame Apple.
From @BrokenFamous, shout out Broke. He asks, Godot, is it true that there is no video of your child being born because you're writing "It's news time, let's go" in the Discord instead of recording the birth of your child? Can you confirm or deny it?
Neither.
Oh shit! There you go.
Oh man.
There you go. Broke's gonna be toiling over that one for a long time. From Platinum Wolf 99, they ask, which Onigashima legend are you most excited to use for future content, and which one do you believe is the weakest out of the three?
Well, I guess I'll say...
Todd's has all three, so it's on you.
I found Kid to be the most fun thus far.
Mm-hmm.
I think Law is the best, and I think Luffy's the worst.
I would agree.
I think it's what most people agreed before pulling anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, Kid's ridiculously fun, but yeah, Luffy, yeah, I didn't find him fun, and I just found like I like kind of needed to leech off of like my rare recruits a lot more than the other legends.
Yeah.
Like though, if you've got V2 Shirahoshi Manchuri, like Kid's just broken.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's so insane for that. If you don't have Shirahoshi Manchuri V2, Kid's not as fun.
Yep.
But there you go.
From @Panuccio3, they ask, recently with all the new waifu legends and rare recruits this year alone, what waifu would you like to see most on the next summer banner?
Smoothie.
Smoothie.
Baby Five. I'll pull for her in honor of Night as well. I'll do it.
Let's fucking go. BT Robin, I'll come back.
Alright, make it happen, Yoshi. We need
He's ready
it.
here first. Mark it down.
Yeah, I'll come back for summer pudding.
Alright, there you go. We have all of our... Make all the legends released. Make it...
Summer Yamato might go off.
Yeah, Summer Yamato last time. Let's go.
Oh, fuck me. Get a instant 6+2 a different color. Let's go. Alright. Bodnar Jason. Sorry, I probably butchered that. They ask, let's pretend that you're a new player this week. I was wondering who would be the first character you would want to super evolve based upon artwork alone.
I get that new player parts. I think my favorite 6+ artwork is Richmond Doflamingo for sure.
I was about to say the exact same thing. If I was a new player and I had the option of 6+ any unit for art alone, it'd probably be Doflamingo too.
Oh, that's a Papi.
Let me go look.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look now.
Definitely not Carrot.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, my man, Mr. Slam Jam. Let's go.
Katakuri's 6+ is pretty sick too. His art.
Well, actually,
I know you all love that Dex Need Super Evolution.
Oh,
right.
Best artwork.
Fuck off.
Even what's his face? I think Anel 6+ artwork is pretty good.
Yeah, I'd agree too.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
Law's 6+ artwork, his V1 is really cool.
Oh yeah, that's a good call.
I like the V2 too. I don't know. He looks raw as hell.
Yeah,
just sitting chained up in the seat.
The V2 one's kind of hard to kind of brazy.
And you can't go past V1 Strength Snake Man Super Evolution.
That one's pretty cool too. I'd agree.
Yeah.
Bullet? Oh my! What am I doing?
Oh, Bullet!
Bullet right there, my guy.
Yeah, Bullet 6+ is way better than his 6.
It turned into a fucking tree, man. Like what you talking about?
This man becomes Godzilla.
He actually does. Flame, have you figured out yet?
I like the 6 better, but I do like Onami's.
Yeah,
I hate Onami's 6+ artwork.
Oh.
Nah, she gotta have the Zampas out.
There's no Zongis for Todd to awooga over. Alright. At BBJ077, they ask, great stuff as always, guys. I sometimes feel an immense urge to play some older games that I grew up upon, like Warcraft 3 or NFSU 2. Do you guys have any games like that? Yeah, I was thinking that.
Any games like to go back to, like old games?
Yeah, old games that you like go back to play if you like get the urge to play some old stuff.
Usually it's like Pokemon, to be honest.
I'd say it's Pokemon, or sometimes if I'm really fucking about, I'd just be like, like Mario, like OG, like Super Mario Bros.
Oh yeah.
I've actually been. You go ahead.
Godot, you go. I'm jumping.
There you go.
Actually, I've been replaying RuneScape, old school RuneScape.
Ooh,
yeah.
Nice.
I fuck with it.
I actually just hit 99 fire making this month.
Look at this sweaty. What are you? What are you in? You in Winter Todd? You in Winter Todd? You 99 fire making?
Yep. 17 million profit.
So you think I don't know? You think I don't know me? I know RuneScape. I know everything, man. I'm worldly, baby. I know everything. Flame, what about you?
Well, I was gonna say this is a bit overkill, but I play my favorite game of all time twice a year.
What's that?
Paper Mario.
Yeah.
Really? Like OG?
Yep. Which one?
No, Thousand Year Door.
1000 Year Door. Let's go. That shit.
That is the best one.
1000 Year Door is kind of smacking. I agree.
Twice a year.
This guy's got the day. He's going to look at his calendar right now. He's like, when do I start? And Night, what about you?
I actually still have my GameCube. It's still properly functioning. That's all
shit.
time.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a relic. That's bread. Night, what about you?
For me, it's like the OG like Lego games, like Lego Star Wars 1, 2, Lego Batman, Indiana Jones 1, Star Wars Revenge of the Sith on PS2. That game's goated.
Yeah. Dude, all the Lego
Battlefront
games
2005.
Lego games are so fun.
Yeah, man.
They're actually hella fun. All right.
Man, I need to broaden my horizons.
Let's go. Hold on. All right. At Red Hello Gaming, they ask, with Final Tap / Last Tap being such a big damage addition to Super Sugo characters, and the lack of tablets making it difficult to upgrade them, what would you suggest people do with the limited Last Tap tablets they receive? Save them for Yamato.
Yeah, don't use them. I mean,
at least for
honestly, now. I just keep saving them until you see when you're like, yep, that's 100% the one I want.
Yeah, I'd agree. There's no reason to use them now. There's just no reason to use them now. Yeah. At least because Global has hindsight of JP. There's no reason to use them now. At least to minimum Yamato. But maybe there's going to be something that comes out after that, which would be even better. Who knows? Like,
realistically, they do so much damage already. You don't really need to do a little bit extra damage on top of that.
Right. Totally agree. From at Dodogama Hat, they ask, hey guys, with the recent release of the second generation of HoloLive EN, I was wondering, do you guys watch any VTubers? If so, who? Flame, this was questions for you.
Let's go. This is my question. Alright, so as far as Gen 2, I like all of them, but
anyway, go.
I like all of them, but I mainly like Crony. Crony's like she's a helicopter meme girl.
The what?
But in Gen, she's the Gen 2 is like a council. They're based off of like gods, and she's like the warden of time.
Jesus Christ.
And for some reason, the artist drew her with like this thing on her head, and it looks like a helicopter propeller.
Oh my god.
This is all gibberish to me.
But as far as my favorites, my favorite is Gura. She's the little shark. I'm sure you guys have seen her.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Korone, which is the doggo.
Godot, you into VTubers?
No, I never watched a single one.
Good man. Next question. At Twitch Maniac. This guy, Maniac1. What's up, Maniac? When he's going to be on the podcast? Anyway, real question for Godot. Why the KFL love? And with how JP has been releasing content all over the place, do you really think Global can catch up for December? Global is still 5 months behind, and we have 2 to 4 Legends a month. All right, first question, Godot, KFL love. You already answered that. Go listen.
Why can't...
Go for it, Godot. Sorry.
Why can't I love KFL? I mean, he's a Luffy character. He's a Dex character. He's a 3.5x captain at the 2 perfects.
Let's go.
Go off, King. Go off, King.
He is so broken. He's so broken, you can't deny it. That's why I love him.
Waiting for KFL last tap. Hold on.
I mean, yeah, he's a Luffy character. He gets access to some of the best supports.
Yep.
Relay support.
Right?
He has
Boom.
the best artwork.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yikes.
He has a dragon in the background of his artwork. He has Kaido supporting.
Bro, the ink for that character with the dragon could fucking go off though. If they did it right, it could go off.
He's actually not the worst in PvP.
Yep, true. He's got a good support.
Yeah.
Pretty good support. And his deck's the best class in the game. What the hell?
I love to see it.
And then I guess second part of the question there. Do you guys really think Global can catch up for December?
No.
I think they can if they genuinely started stacking content, but I don't see them stacking content. Just what it is.
Yeah, I really don't understand how it's going to work. I mean, I'm sure we'll get more information soon. Because I feel like we're probably going to get like another Yoshi video towards the end of the year.
Uh-huh.
And if that is the case, we'll probably get some more info about that.
Yeah, but
that
I'm sorry. Whoops. I fucked up. It's going to be next year.
Please understand.
It's going to be next year, December.
Oh, no. Imagine that. God damn, dude. I can't do this for another year.
From @LilBobo2626, aka Christy, she asked questions since we're sinking odds. KFL will be getting a 6+ coming to Japan. What would you like that unit to do? What would you like 6+ KFL to be, Godot?
I mean, in all honesty, I think all it really needs is like an upgrade in terms of like giving a base multiplier, honestly. Yeah, artwork, obviously. Giving a base multiplier, like maybe like 4 times base multiplier, 4.5 or 2 perfect, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Maybe make deck swords beneficial in the captain, and then for the special, maybe some utility, and then buff the 1.75 attack to 2 times. That's about it.
It'd be too broken. I have to nerf him again. From Snuffy, they ask, do you guys think once we sync up, they will also sync up the reset time? And if so, how will that affect you? I know for me in Europe, it will be ideal as currently it's 4 AM on global, and in JP it's roughly 3 PM. Technically it already is synced. It's just not.
Yeah, that's correct.
Like
it's already synced.
It happens at the same time. It's just unfortunate the
time
location in the world and time zones. If they were to sync it for every time zone, that'd be fucked.
One thing that is strange though is that Japan has weird starts for their treasure maps and blitz battles.
Yeah,
I believe. Or at least the latest blitz battle, the alliance one that they had, started at a weird time. Like they started like really late and then they finished like at midnight or some shit. Like it's weird.
Usually everything finishes at midnight on JP, I'm fairly sure.
Yeah, it's very bizarre. So I don't know if that will change for global by the time we reach there. But the thing is when we reach that point where we have the synced content, like we're not ranking against Japan players anyway, so it doesn't actually matter. But yeah, just weird.
Oh guys, this is gonna be so random, but there was just a camper van. So my city's in lockdown, right? Mm-hmm. A big ass camper van just rolled past my street, and behind it was 3 cop cars. Anyway, so that'd be interesting to see what happens there. This guy's
not there for the camper van; they're there for you, buddy.
Oh shit! It's like, dude, FBI, open up! You said Yamato wasn't better than Roger.
Bandai police, don't know. Bandai brigade.
It's just Yoshi who pulls up in the car, just a gun to my head. Say I'm a good producer. Delete your tweets. Oh shit.
Oh no.
Okay, from Simbas, do you guys think they should bring back the art style of V1 Doflamingo? On the low ski, yes. I think V1 Doflamingo's art is actually sick.
It was ahead of its time.
Yeah, that art's got tier.
Yeah.
That looks really cool. It's like 3D-ish. Like, they look weird.
I think that artwork is tight as fuck. So
like his artwork looks like it's like a movie quality kind of picture. It's weird.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. But like, what we really need to bring back is the artist for Stampede Luffy 6-star. That's what we need.
Get out.
Dude, the cogs in my head had to turn real quick. So I was like, he said Stampede Luffy. I was like, he's going to say 5-star. Because that shit was so hard.
That was hard, yeah.
And then he said 6-star. And I'm like, what?
Bro, like legit, everyone says the same shit. They only want a 6-star Stampede Luffy, like a 6-star plus, because of his artwork. Like we don't care what
they're gonna get back that artist that did the 6-star artwork to do the 6+. This is gonna be even worse.
Bad. But that's the thing. Even with the final tap Luffy, like everyone just wanted it to be base Luffy, but no, they had to do Gear 4. Gear 4 is so cringe.
The final tap like legends, all their 5-star artworks have been so hard as 6-star artworks that have all looked so good. But Luffy's gonna be
Law looks like he's dropping the hottest rap album of 2021. Kid out here looking like a boss, and then Luffy's just fucking.
Luffy's posted up.
He's just gang Luffy.
Nah, he's fucking gum Gear 4 Luffy.
Another sleeper artwork that I like is V1 Zoro.
Oh yeah, with like the.
The only thing I don't like about him is that his arm is like broken.
That man dislocated everything.
Hey bro, it's a powerful attack, man. He's giving it his all. Alright. Vince M. Zamora, they ask, hey yo guys, loving the podcast, have you ever thought about doing a friendly competition between yourselves to see who can beat a specific raid or coliseum the quickest? It could be using the exact same team for an equal playing field, maybe even Flame and Knight can pick the teams that don't play anymore. Seems a pretty interesting idea.
That's actually funny that he mentions that, because I've literally brought that like same exact idea and concept up tonight, and we were gonna do that on my channel.
I'd fucking scream, Todd. That's on God.
Actually, last year, me, Ruthless, and Mats, we had something similar where we cleared old arena content with meme kind of units like Condoriano, Buggy, etc. We had to figure out which one was the most memeiest one, see who won that contest.
Yeah.
So something like that is kind of fun, but it's a bit of a challenge, a bit of a test to see who team builds the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only difference in my pitch to his pitch was that I was gonna do it where me and I blind picked each other's teams from our boxes.
That's similar to what Nano and
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So if I give you my box, can you put me a team for me?
Todd, please. I don't know. It seems like a pretty cool idea.
That's an interesting concept, yeah, for sure.
Just for OPC content in general would be pretty fun. I think Stump has done that before with 3-Day 2i and Kruby, I think, but so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think so.
From Luis Soto, they ask.
Fuck Stump.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. Fuck Stump. Anyway, Luis Soto, they ask, what's the... Godot's like, what the fuck are you guys are so mean to Stump. Luis Soto, they ask, what's the thoughts on the run of content creators stepping back from the game, and more specifically the reasons they give for why they're stepping back? This week, Flame and Scrash say they're stepping back, and they bring up very similar reasons, especially the cost of pools and treasure map grinding. These are guys who feel pressured by the content they create. So you could say that that adds to the stress, but I feel the community in large feels the same way. If people didn't know, Rumble Scratch has taken a break from Treasure Cruise. I don't think he said he's quitting, but that's the PvP dude. So taking a break from Treasure Cruise there too. So. I mean, I think I mentioned it way back. I still hold that Knight's video of why he stepped back is probably one of the best videos outright in terms of explaining the situation. And I think Flames just added to that too. And I think it's very apparent the burnout that people are feeling. And I do agree with what Lewis is saying here by saying. But I feel like the community in large feels the same way. Because I would agree that a lot of the community does feel pretty akin to Todd. You fucking caught me off guard with that. But I would definitely agree that the community at large does feel very burnt out for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I understand where people are coming from because, if you do aim to pull on every banner with the frequency of new character releases, it is a bit much. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I completely agree with that. Like, I know moving forward, like, because every time, even just throughout this year, I was always like, oh, I'd love to have every legend. That'd be awesome. Make videos on all the legends. But I know moving forward that that's not a real feasible thing. I know I'm going to be missing legends for months at times, and I'm okay with that. But yeah, I can understand where it comes from because having all legends is fun for sure.
Yeah, I don't remember if I mentioned this in my video, so I'll just reiterate it here. One thing that I didn't like about making OPTC videos is I always felt the urge to summon, even when I didn't want to summon, just because I wanted to make a video with new characters. Because before I made videos, I did not nearly pull as much as I did. Like, I would usually skip a lot of banners. If I did any multis, I would just pop a 30. But like, not even on just like legend banners, like I'd want to pull on the other banners as well, because I would like to, have those units, showcase those units. Like, even like niche little stuff, like like World Journey Rebecca, like she's really good, but like you don't need her.
No, exactly.
Like, stuff like that. But yeah, that's one thing that really irked me.
Yeah, kind of felt more of an obligation rather than something you want to do for fun.
I feel like the game does that though. Like, I mean, just like how we were describing just before with like Yamato released, and then there was the Blitz battle, which obviously didn't have different units, but then there was the TM, which has 4 TM boosters, and then after that there's the Kizuna, which has 3 Kizuna boosters, and like you've already spent all your gems pulling for Yamato, who's arguably one of the best, if not the best legend in the game, plus has final tap, so you've probably pulled to get the final tap up as well. And now you have to pull for 4 TM boosters, 3 Kizuna boosters, and all of that within within 2 to 3 weeks of time span is too much.
And a very similar comparison is global, literally right now.
Yeah, and the thing is if you do choose to skip banners and you reach to the treasure map and like, oh, you got no boosters that work.
That's what I'm concerned about in future for me. 'Cause I'm not going to pull on any banners until Yamato releases, for myself at least. And I probably won't pull
Same here.
Yeah, and I probably won't pull on any TM banners because I won't have the time to play like TM, like grind it per se. So like, building teams is going to be a pain in the ass now because I'm going to have to build such niche teams that have very low point boosts. So like, you're just shooting yourself in the foot in that sense.
Yeah, and I'm sure we're going to talk about this a little later on, but another thing that doesn't help is, especially with treasure map, is they make the treasure map boosters that specifically get rid of the specific debuffs that the content does, and then they don't boost any other units in the game that do similar things. So you have to bring somebody that's not boosted, or you have to just stall through it.
Speaking of treasure map, we didn't mention this, but JP got a TM update. Woohoo!
Yes. The update is actually pretty
I'm coming back.
Let's go.
It is a good update.
It's a good update for people that want to grind. It's a bad update for people that don't have the time. That's in my opinion, because there's less drops per run, less crystals. You get more medium crystals, less shards, less potions. So like, it's a weird balance. I feel like for people that are wanting to grind, you can push through TM nav levels like crazy now. So, pretty good though, because now less time on the map. I think there's no more animation of like the invasion boss breaking the rock and then being like, fuck you, rock, and then like doing all the bullshit. So like, I think that's benefit. Like, in terms of like time on the map, beneficial. In terms of the bosses and the drops related to it, I don't think it's that good, but that's my opinion.
3 stages as well, which is really nice. Yeah,
it's just very quick, like very snappy. You're gonna pump through TM runs like at a high clip now for sure, but I guess there's less drops.
50 runs a day. Let's go.
That's baby steps. Baby steps for Sweatmare over here. You can play on my account night when they do it for global.
Got you.
All right. From anything else on that previous question?
No.
Cool. From Patrick Starr. Shout out SpongeBob. Hey guys, I love and respect your decisions, but after Knight leaving the active player base and now Flame as well, I just like to hear what the general consensus of the future of the game is. For myself, it's kind of difficult these days to stay excited about content as well, probably because the dilemma that comes up with catching up to JP. And I am kind of scared as well about them widening the gap between free-to-play and pay-to-win via last tap and such. Is there or will there be any community management on global side? And I don't really know how to express my concerns other than posting here.
Well, just know that any concerns that anyone's ever had on this game, just know that they are, like, being heard.
Yeah.
And it's up to the dev team to do something about it.
Yeah.
But all the concerns that have happened, like, over the past months have all been sent through. So, and just know as well that they can't make any drastic changes in the game currently, probably until we catch up to Japan. Because once we catch up to Japan, then they can, whatever they do to one side, they can do to the other a lot more simply. So that's what I think is going to be like. But just know that feedback has been heard.
And it's prepared for the next couple months to be rough, though, for global at least. Because,
the next couple months I think is going to be slow. Because like this month's been obviously jam-packed, like balls to the wall nonstop. But the next couple months until we catch up is going to be pretty slow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm still excited for the game. I'm still having a lot of fun. But obviously, there's issues. Obviously, it's not perfect.
Yeah.
But I'm still.
I see both sides of the coin. You know, but like, I still have hopes. You know what I mean? I feel like there's still potential here, but like, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see where. I think like the hardest part for global is waiting to be caught up. I think once we're caught up, I reckon there's going to be a lot of the quote-unquote magic will come back into the game because we're going to see content we haven't seen before. We're going to see legends at the same time. We're going to have events at the same time as there's going to be like that fun aspect back to it again.
Yeah.
But it's the rough part for global players to trudge through all the JP content right now and then get to that point. So we'll have to, hopefully we can get through this little like rough patch and then we'll get to the other side and the synchro will be really fun for people that are still around.
It'll be pretty interesting, yeah.
Winding the gap between free to play and pay to win. Again, I think we've kind of mentioned a little bit, but last tap isn't the end all be all. Like I get it, it sucks. And if you're OCD, you only get to Rainbow Legends, which like for me personally doesn't matter, but I guess for a lot of people it kind of does affect them. But I don't know if there's really that much of a widening of the gap between free to play and pay to win. I feel like a lot of free to play units coming out are really good. I mean, just like what we mentioned before, the Yamato batch, like I think the X-Drake, the free to play unit is like one of the better characters out of all of them too. Mm-hmm. So like, I think that if you're arguing like last tap is the widening point, I guess, but if until last tap is the most important aspect of a unit, that's when the issue comes in. But right now, it's just a bonus for characters. It's not the end all be all for the character.
And like they've been way more generous. They've been way more generous in terms of the amount of gems they've been giving away. Like just this current campaign alone has been crazy. Like they're giving away hundreds of free gems. So I don't know about that. Like I still think if you're free to play, you're still doing relatively well, so long as you're picking the right banners to pull on.
Which the next TM milestone banner is Yamato. So global players that are free to play do not spend until you get to Yamato banner. Plain and simple.
Or if you really want the Kizuna Legends, wait for Toki, I guess.
Yeah.
I do want to comment. I do kind of understand where he's coming from with the free to play via pay to play because a lot of the free to play units that come out are like garbage.
Recently,
like how we were just talking about how the treasure map Luffy's 3.25 captain, and then like a lot of the free to play units are like 3-turn reducers, 4-turn reducers.
That annoys
me.
Like
that stuff sucks. As of right now, obviously it's not, but it is possible, and I think they will at some point center content around last tap, and then that's when that's going to be a problem.
I agree. If they ever do that, that is a big
That's
problem.
What I was saying. Like as soon as last tab becomes the central point of a unit or the central point of content, then we have issues.
Because like it is kind of visible already. Like you look at like the first, like the ones that are on global right now, they're pretty good. Like the last tabs, but like they're not like really crazy. And you have like Yamatos. Like Yamatos is like much better than theirs. So then we'll see what happens with the next one, and then the one after that, because I'm sure each one is going to get a bit better.
Yeah, I agree.
So, chime in a little. Like, I haven't been paying attention like too much, but every like once in a while, I'll peep like the news and see like the garb challenges, and like sometimes like the gems that they give out for the garb challenges now are just like dog shit.
Yeah, they're
like,
really bad
like,
now. It's a shame.
Like 35 gems or something like that. Like that's just unacceptable. Like I think like right now you get like 35 gems like during Yamato, which it's like a super Sugo. Like there should be definitely like more gems out, especially for people who like, of course, like not a lot of people like knew about Yamato like when like Lucci came out or whatever. So I think it like came out like right afterwards. So if you're like a free to play player who might have like went for like Lucci, or like I think weren't the waifus like right before Lucci or something like that?
I think so.
Yes, so like if you went for like one of those banners or something, like you're like kind of fucked, because like you go to the garb challenges and then it's like 35 gems. That's like a multi maybe. Like 6 singles or something. Like I don't know. Like they just need to improve like the garb challenges and stuff for like free to play players, just because like times like this where there's like special events or like special Sugos, like there just needs to be more gems. Like I know there's the 100 gem campaign, but like that's not shit. Like 100 gems is enough.
I agree.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
I think that people, you're 100% right, Knight. I think people sleep on the fact that like they could give out a lot of gems via challenging content. And I think that the GARP challenge was really cool when you were able to get like 70, 60, 70, 80 gems from them. But like now getting like 35, 45 is like not enough to justify. At least, okay, sorry, that sounds a bit like pretentious, but like I'm going to say it anyway. It's not a lot to justify the amount of effort you need to do, because you have to make a minimum of 15 different teams, more or less, if you're not using like a one team versus all type thing. So 15 different teams. Each run takes like 4 to 5 minutes maybe. So it's a big time commitment to do these GARP challenges for the reward of not even a multi, you know? So I totally agree. I do get frustrated because you could easily make so many more gems available for players, but gated behind niche content, challenging content, unique challenges. Not always Chopper Man missions. Like maybe, okay, it has to be categorized under Chopper Man missions, but make it like, clear this week we have a new challenge set where if you clear a raid of every color, you get 20 gems or something. You know what I mean? Like do some fun kind of like stuff. Because then again, that's positive for the game because more gems get distributed. It's good for content creators because there's a new variety of content. Like imagine, Todd could make a video every week now where it's like, the new challenge for this week is blah, blah, blah. Here's how you do it, and then like there's a variety of things you can do. Now it's like, now you have a different way to engage with content and such too. Like, I feel like there's such a means to give more to the players via not just handing it to them free, but saying like, hey, here's X amount of gems or limit break materials or whatever, but you have to do something to get it. And I feel like that's such a slept on opportunity for the game to do so.
Jeez, you might as well be the producer.
I wish, bro. Fuck, man. God damn. Get me in the seat, bro. I speak Japanese. Konnichiwa. Anyway, anything else?
That is all.
That is all. Anything else on that? Or are you going to jump to the final question?
No, that's a really good point that you guys brought up. But funny thing is like now that I think about it, so you said like Japan during this last tap Sugo for like Luffy Law Kid during their anniversary, they only had like 2 GARP challenges up.
Yeah, something like that.
Now that I remember it as well, when we had Luffy Sanji batch, we had really bad GARP challenges up when they came out as well.
That's true. We only had 2, I think, as well. 2 or 3.
So it's like a conspiracy. Like, there's got a Super Sugo, let's restrict to their gem flow or some shit, man.
September GARP challenge reset on JP was Hody, Rev Army, and GC15.
Which is what we had.
46 gems total.
Yep. Yeah, like back in the day when it used to be like nearly 100, like at point.
And that's only
some months it was like 90 or
that's
something.
Only saved because that's only saved because of the Rev Army too.
Yeah.
If that was a regular Garb challenge, that's 10 gems. 11 gems probably gone, you know?
Yeah.
That's you get the 35. So the only reason, because there's Rev 2, you get the 10 extra gems.
When do we get that next one with like Luffy Lord Kid?
Should be like now. I thought it should be like now. That's what I thought.
I think it should be soon for you guys, because it came out right when I left, so...
Probably next reset would be my guess.
When they brought that out, didn't they change it to be class challenges instead?
I think was the first set was... Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
I don't know. I think maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I can't remember.
Okay.
All right, last question from our boy, Cody. Of course, Cody always asks a fucking question. We always leave it to last.
Let's go.
CS wins. He asks, a.k.a. Cody in Canada, a.k.a. Married Man, a.k.a. Peanut Butter Burger Boy. He asks, hey guys, thanks as always for the work that you do, and thanks for all the shout-outs. It's greatly appreciated. Sad to see Flame leave the game, but totally understand and wish him the best and hope he is able to stick around on the pod like Knight. Nah, both of them are fired after today's episode. For the wedges versus fries debate, if we are going top versus top, it has to be wedges for me. Shout out my guy Cody, he knows what's up. Fries are more consistent, I find, though. Actually, yeah, Godot, are you a fries or wedges boy?
More of a fries person.
No,
let's go.
Yeah, of course, Knight, bro. Of course, you side with Knight. More consistent. And it's funny you mentioned the peanut butter burgers because my wife loves them. Oh, he found a.
Let's go.
Of course. Of course.
She's goated. Let's go.
She only likes them because Cody seems like a nice dude. She's just putting up with them. Cody, one day you're gonna have a fight and she's gonna throw a peanut butter burger at your head, and it's all over from there. No, I'm kidding. I hope you guys have a fantastic marriage. Don't knock it till you try it. We're not trying it, by the way. You can stop asking us to try them. But I digress. For the skill testing questions I have for you this week, let's go with the following. For those fries/wedges, I gotta know, what's your dipping sauce of choice? Are you slapping some ketchup on that bitch, or are you mustard boys? Or dare I ask, mayo? I don't do it every time, but if I'm having fries or wedges or something like that, tartar sauce is like my go-to. Otherwise, I'll just eat them as is.
Tartar sauce is pretty
Tartar sauce is goated for me. I'd agree.
I like sweet chili.
Sweet chili sour cream with wedges, banging.
Or like literally like a spicy sauce, whether it be like a hot sauce or like a Cajun sauce.
Yeah.
Something like that. That's goated.
Yep.
Definitely like sriracha.
Sriracha, yeah.
Like sriracha, honey mustard.
Ooh, honey mustard. Ooh,
honey mustard's so good.
Honey mustard, let's go. Flam's gonna say some crazy shit, I guarantee. He's gonna like say chocolate.
He's gonna say peanut butter.
No, I'm gonna say the regular one. I do ketchup, and most people by me do ketchup.
Are you a mayo guy, Flame? You sound like a mayo guy.
No, but I'd never do that.
Alright, there's no DJs on here. No mayo boys around.
Oh, actually, your mayo's okay.
No, Todd, you're not putting...
No, don't.
Todd, if I ever come to Melbourne and we go get wedges together and I see you ask the waiter for mayo,
oh, nah.
I go home.
I wouldn't order it, like... by myself, but if it was there, like,
but if you were with me, I'd order it. All right.
Yeah, and I like smoky barbecue sauce. I don't like regular barbecue sauce.
I like
regular
barbecue
sauce
sauce
is too sweet.
Yeah, I'd agree. And then he asked, on a different note, how are IamCobby and Joba doing? I assume they have all left the game at this point, but wanted to check in on the OG casters. Much love, and as always, your boy Cody in Canada, aka Married Man, aka Peanut Butter Burger Boy.
Thank you, Cody.
We had a chat with Joba last episode. He joined in. He seems like he's doing alright. I think he's a teacher now, so he seems to be doing pretty well.
Shout out to the 6th graders.
Yeah, shout out to the 6th graders that for some reason he makes them watch fucking clips of gacha games. He's corrupting their minds already.
No, what is he doing?
He's a math teacher too, so I don't know what he's trying to... He could use it in exams though. If Toadskii does 35 multis, what's the percentage chance that he should have last tap law by now?
if carrot is 0.07%.
How many pulls do I have to do in order to get carrot?
How many V2 Kuzans will I pull?
How many extended V2 Kuzans do I get? The answer's 3. And I guess I'll hand over to Todd for Dylan Cobb. How are they doing?
Oh yeah, they're doing all right. Obviously it's been like we've still got lockdowns here in our state here in Australia. So my man Cobb is still being able to work from home remotely, which is good. My man Dill sometimes he struggles to get some shifts in because of lockdowns, and it's a bit difficult. Him being a support worker.
Yep.
But no, he's doing well. I believed. So they used to live together, but now they have moved out, and I think Dylan's really living with his older brother now.
Interesting, yes.
And I think Cobb moved back home for a bit there, which is good. They're all doing well.
That's smart.
No problems.
It's just save some money, man. Like, you know, like right now, you just all you're doing is at home. You get sick and tired of people. It's completely fair. But I know I saw Dill, I think, posted his fucking ID for Pokemon Masters, so he's jumped.
Oh yeah, those two are way into Pokemon Masters.
They've jumped back into the rabbit hole, but just a different IP.
Oh yeah, they're definitely not spending as much on that as they were.
Hopefully, I hope not. I hope not.
Nah, they definitely are not.
They know. They've learned. They've learned. But that's good. Everyone's doing well. Everyone's doing all right. But that's it. Done. Finito. Another episode. That was a long ep. That's almost as long as our Yoshi producer video ep. So I appreciate you, Godot, for sticking around for so long and, you know, being around for this long. But, you know, right now, the mic is yours. The stage is yours. If you have anything to shout out, any social media platforms, by all means, go for it.
TC got up. KFL's the best legend in the game. You better believe it. 500% clear rate.
There you go.
Beautiful.
All of Godot's social media links will be down in the description below. Make sure to go subscribe, follow, do all that fun stuff. As for everything else, as per usual, if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you smash the like button. Helps us out a great deal. And subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Godot, what is the hashtag they should post in the comments for this episode?
Hashtag 500% clear rate.
Hashtag 500% clear rate. Make sure you post that in the comments if you made it this far. And if you did make it this far and you haven't subbed and liked, I don't know what you're doing, but make sure you go do that too. Leave some good vibes in the comments. But as per usual, if you want to see all of our social medias, that is linktr.ee/GoodGreatPerfect, Linktree /GoodGreatPerfect. You can find us on Anchor, anchor.fm /GoodGreatPerfect. There you can find us on a plethora of social media platforms, that being Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Play Podcasts as well. If you like us that much, you can follow us on Twitter at GGP Podcast on Twitter. There, you can find us there doing some fun stuff, tweeting out videos so you never miss a video. We have 6 videos in line for the next coming weeks of post shows. These date back to June. So keep that in mind. We have lots of videos in line now. They've all been edited, uploaded, just need to be set and ready to go. But lots of content coming out in terms of the post-show stuff. Just, I think we've mentioned it before, but basically just, you know, an extra variety of content there. So just be excited for sure. If you like us as hosts, that's being Flamevious, Nitemare, JP, and Toadskii. You can find all of our social media links as well of our personal accounts and YouTube channels and Twitch and all that fun stuff. So make sure you go like, subscribe, but I'm sure you all already are because you're all some fantastic people. With that being said, I've been Captain Papi, Flame, Godot, Knight, and Todd. Thank you all for listening to another episode of Great Perfect next time. Peace!
Bye. Oh my god.